Looks like I'm live, folks. So if you guys are in there, jump in. Feel free to jump in, comment, and let's chat palms and whatever else you want to talk about. It is November 29th today, so the end of November. And just hard to believe in a couple of days it's going to be December. It's still seasonal here on the southern Gulf Islands. The weather has been very seasonal. And current temperature is 45 degrees Fahrenheit. And it was mostly sunny today, but some clouds have come in. So got some cloud cover. And current time is 2:19 p.m. Pacific time. And I was just in a garden yesterday, or sorry, today. I was in one yesterday too with lots of bananas. But I just got back from a garden today. I was just harvesting some palm seeds. So I will be offering that soon on eBay. It is hybrid palm. So I collected from a female waggy, a mature female waggy. There's a male waggy, Wagnerianus palm in the same garden. It's farther away, beautiful palm. And there's some big 25-foot Trachycarpus palms, and one of them is a male. So we're going to get some hybridizing in there. So I'm just going to sell them as hybrid seeds. And you definitely get some waggies in there. That often happens when I sow those. You're going to get mostly hybrids, but you will get some waggies as well. So I hope everybody's doing well out there today. And I hope you watched my video on the troll. So some of you know that follow my channel that we did have a guy trolling out there, one or two guys, just totally immature. They're in Ohio. I know exactly where they are. I have their phone numbers. I have both their phone numbers and have their address now. So the calls stopped today. No calls from today. So they barked up the wrong tree. And if they do continue, I will make sure to let everybody know their home address. And that's not a good thing when you're putting that all over the internet. So anyway, folks, I hope your gardens are growing well. We still have not had any frost here at this end of the island. And where I just was harvesting seed, there is no frost in there either. The bananas are still nice and green and growing. I was over at Hal's last night, and I took some pictures of his bananas. They're looking pretty awesome. Yo, Mr. Paul, how's it going? From Langley. Hope everything's all well out in Langley. Things are going well here on the island. And I am looking forward. Once December hits and I can say this month I'm going to be on holiday. See, right now I should be on Maui, and I wouldn't be getting back from Maui for another 2 weeks. I'd still be there for another 2 weeks. We go for over a month. So we're having the staycation, like I say, and that's why we booted down to the palm garden down on the beach today. You'd love the place. It's white crushed shells. It looks like white sand and massive palm trees everywhere. They were planted in 1994 when they were small, and now they are big. But so you got the ocean and you have the palm trees. Hey, palm tree dude, good to see you guys in there. And yeah, feel free to comment. Hope your plants and your gardens are growing well. And I haven't been uploading as many videos as I usually do because I'm uploading more to Jungle Joe C as well. So I got that other YouTube channel, and so I upload to that one. Try to upload at least one video a day to that one. So that's one less video a day I'm uploading on this one. And I've still put the odd random video on this one, even though most of this channel is pertaining to exotic gardening and gardening. But I did throw in a radio video there because I do like to talk on the radio, my transmitters here. And today was a great day. Talked all over Venezuela, Texas, Tennessee, Ohio, you name it. And it was just booming in here. So anyway, that's what I do sometimes on these cooler autumn days. And when the DX is flowing in and the signals are good, the propagation's good, I like to broadcast on my high frequency radios there. So, and oh, Paul, yes, you remember the radios for sure, because I remember you had my old antenna. That was my first antenna. You know that? I got that in 1977, that antenna. That was a half-wave ground plane from Radio Shack. And you know the interesting thing? I have the original radio that went along with that antenna, and I still have the radio, and it still works. It's sitting right down here in front of me, an old TRC 452. Got that at the Radio Shack in Langley Mall back then. And Radio Shack, well, Langley Mall is no longer a mall anymore, I don't think. I think it's kind of an open-air concept, if I'm correct. And in Langley Mall, there used to be a Radio Shack. There was a Zeller's. There was a record store I used to go to. I'm trying to think of the name of the record store. Maybe it was A&A or something. Huh. Oh, a tree wiped it out. Bummer. Well, hopefully the tree didn't wipe out your house. I mean, an antenna can be replaced, and when a house can be replaced too, but it causes a lot more damage when a tree hits a house. And that happened here about 17 years ago. Two trees. It's just about 18 years ago now. It was March 2003. March 2003, two big trees fell on the side of our house, and thank God they did not cause that much damage. But we still had to get some repair done. But they never came through to the inside of the house. But got a lot of firewood out of them, that's for sure. And I had to get the guy down the road with his excavator to pull him off with a chain. A friend of mine, so he came up with the excavator, drove it up the road, pulled him off, and then I went crazy with a chainsaw. But we had to get them off of the house first. Most of them with the chainsaw. So I had a pile of branches to get rid of, and it was a mess. And where the trees fell down, we put an exotic garden in there. Palms, how you doing, Palms? Thanks for coming in there. And if we do have any trolls in there today, we do have the moderator in there. I know he'll probably be in there soon if he's listening. He's in Ontario. I always know when the moderator's in there because a little wrench, a blue wrench, shows up beside his name, and he gets rid of those guys. So you probably did see my video on the trolls the other day that phoned several times one night and woke us up, and then phoned probably 10, 11 times during the day, just absolutely annoying. You know what I mean? So that's okay. I got their phone numbers. They're not too bright, and I do have their address too. So if they phone here again, I'm going to make sure it goes public. I already did give out one of their phone numbers. I have their other phone number too. They're in Ohio. I know exactly where they are, and I know who they are too. And their name's not Brian Lowry. It's just a bunch of complete morons. That's what they are. Sitting in Mummy and Daddy's basement, no doubt, stirring up trouble. Yeah, nothing better to do with their lives. Yeah. Sign the trolls number up for every government. Yeah, that would be awesome. Maybe I should. Well, if they phone here again, I will. I will do that. That's actually a good plan, Palm Tree Dude. Put them on those telemarketing thing. So I have both of their phone numbers, and I know exactly where they live, pinpointed to where they live, and their address too. So anyway, if they keep it up, they haven't phoned today. They haven't phoned back. So hopefully they watch the video. I did block them from this channel. But he told me he was saying on the phone to unblock, and he says, we're going to keep phoning and we're going to keep harassing you. That's what he said when Wendy was on the phone. She picked up the call and she was listening. I said, don't say anything to them. I says, I'll get them back. I don't get mad. I get even. I'll tell you a story one time. I'll tell you how I get even. So years ago, there was a dude that was ripping up the front of people's yards with his truck, 4x4. And there's Duck Killer Clyde. Duck Killer Clyde. Yeah, we're just talking about some trolls that were causing trouble on here and then phoning us. They had getting my phone number, and that's all right. I got their phone numbers now, so they phone here again. They're going to be in bigger trouble. Anyway, this dude with his 4x4 is ripping up the along the front of everybody's property. Really nice lawn we had out there, and he'd rip it up with his 4x4 on a regular basis. Seems like he'd come by every 2 weeks, right? Just when you patch it up, he'd no, we're not talking about you. We're talking about some other dumb guys, not you, man. You're not dumb. Some guys in Ohio in the Buckeye State. And so anyway, yeah, sure you do. We have an answering machine. So anyway, the guy kept ripping up my along the front here, and he was doing it to a lot of people down the road. So one time I'm working in the bush, and we come along a barbed wire fence. So we had to rip down this barbed wire fence, and I said, do not throw out that barbed wire. There was a couple 100 feet of barbed wire. I says, I want that barbed wire, nice rusty barbed wire. So what I did, I went out after work and I strung it all along the front of the grass where the guy liked to rip up with his truck. Well, he came along and he ripped up the grass that day, but you know what happened? He also spun up the barbed wire and it wrapped all around his wheels and stuff like that. So that was the last time he made a mess of the front lawn out there. So anyway, these idiots in Ohio, the trolls, they were trolling this channel for a long time, and I know they troll other channels, and I'm pretty sure I know who it is. And their name's not Brian Lowry. They go under a different aliases. And so anyway, when they called here, I got their numbers. I got both of their numbers. They thought they pulled a fast one on us, and their numbers wouldn't show up. But unfortunately, their numbers did show up on our answering machine. And with their numbers, I can track their address too. So no, it's not. It's not Zach. It's not Zach. And it's not him. It's somebody else. It's from Ohio. I tracked the numbers to Ohio, so it's somebody in Ohio. And anyway, they thought they're pulling a fast one on me, but if they call here again, it's going to get worse for them. And I'm going to make sure I do give their numbers to telemarketers, and I will make both of their numbers public. I made one of their numbers public already. You can watch the video. But yeah, I did block them too. I think Wendy blocked them yesterday. So, but I mean, there's other ways around that. They could go to a payphone or something too. It's just annoying, these immature idiots with nothing better to do, right? Oh, I'd like to pay it. I'd like to be in Ohio. You know what I would do if I was in Ohio? I would knock on their door, Clyde. That's what I would do, because that's the type of guy I am. I would knock on their door so they could talk to me face to face. They want to troll me face to face. Yeah, we have payphones here. We actually do have payphones on Salt Spring Island, believe it or not. They do have a payphone. There might be two in town. If you were in Ohio, you would. I've never been to Ohio. Wow, that's crazy. No, yeah, I don't know how many, Clyde, are on the mainland, but on Salt Spring Island, I think there's one in front of Uptown Grocery, and then I think there is a payphone down in front of Mowat's. I'm pretty sure there's a payphone down there too, but there's not a lot of them around anymore. I mean, everybody's got cell phones now. I don't have a cell phone. I don't own a cell phone. I have one at work in my park truck, but it's not my cell phone. Palm Tree Dude, I used to live very close to the Ohio in Kentucky. I talked to Kentucky today on my radio. Talked to the Bluegrass State, coming in just booming in here. And I talked to Ohio today too. Long time ago. Yeah, it's like me. I lived on the mainland a long time ago. We have one in my town before start up because there is no phone. Oh yeah, interesting. Yeah, well, I mean, cell phone service is spotty on this island just because of where the cell phone tower is on the south end of the island, very south end of the island, and there's just so many mountains in between here and there. So it works sometimes here, but it's spotty, but it works better if you go down the road. So if you're a B&B guest here and you want to talk on your cell phone, I say, well, you got to walk down the road a little bit, or you got to go out in your vehicle and drive down the road for about a half a minute and you will get cell phone service, right? It's kind of annoying. Palms. I saw some video the other day of a guy growing palms in Kansas. Yeah, that must be a Kyle, or what's his name? Jacob Fry. I bet you it's Jacob. Jacob grows them. Jonathan Bittinger. Yeah, there's Jonathan. Jonathan loves trolls. Isn't that interesting? Jonathan Bittinger. Why do I know that name? I don't like trolls. I think trolls suck, really, because they cause a lot of trouble. They make people angry, but you know what? I'm not going to get angry about it because I can just block the trolls on here and then they don't have to come onto my channel anymore. So that's what I can do. It's easy as that. Just with the touch of a button, the troll is gone. So Brian Lowry is a douche. And that's actually not his name. It's not his name, Brian Lowry. He's a goofball. Yeah. Jonathan Bittinger loves trolls. You know what I love about trolls? You know what I love about trolls? Usually when you go to their channel, they don't have any content and they don't actually have a thumbnail pic. They'll put a thumbnail of a dog, unnuke them. Not going to happen, guy. Not going to happen, Jonathan. See, Jonathan is probably one of the guys that actually phoned me the other day. Why would I unnuke him? Why would I want a troll on here? Hey, why would I want that? You know, it's funny how they pick somebody. Like in real life, the guy would not do that to me. I guarantee it's because Jonathan's not his real name. I guarantee if you saw me face to face, you would act a lot different. I know you would. Jonathan Bittinger. I'm not going to nuke you just yet because I'm going to keep reading your comments. Yeah. Oh, of course he would be. He would be. Absolutely. Jonathan Bittinger would be very nice to me in real life. Guaranteed. I actually put money on it. It'd be really cool to meet Jonathan Bittinger and have somebody filming. So this is what I said to the guy I work with, okay? Because I got to deal with a lot of parkies in the park, okay? And some of these guys can get pretty belligerent, and I lose my mind on them. I got a pretty short fuse. I have a bad temper. I'm going to tell you that. I got a really bad temper, but I got a short fuse. Like I got zero tolerance for a-holes, okay? So yeah, he is a troll, Clyde. So, you know, sometimes I'm cleaning the public bathrooms in the morning, and this was in the afternoon, and me and the guy I work with were cleaning the bathrooms one day, and this guy comes up to us and starts losing it on us. He says, you know, we had the sign out there, and he loses it. So it wasn't good, man. It got really ugly, and I actually had to fill out an incident report. You know, after I slammed my fist into the fence in front of the guy, big guy, guy's about 6'4". I really don't care how big somebody is. It don't matter to me. It really doesn't. Yeah, Jonathan grows palms. So don't troll, Jonathan. You know what I mean? Don't troll. If you're going to be on here, you know, be sensible and don't be trolling. White, Brian. Right. How you doing, Dave? Yeah, Jonathan, I don't mind you on here if you're going to be talking about palms and normal things, but don't troll here. Go troll somewhere else. You know what I mean? Nobody needs that. It's just immature. Trolling is stupid, really. So how's things up in where you are, White with Dreamy Eyes? Tell us how much snow you have. Doing good. Right on. Buddy just got back from Alberta the other day. He got three deer. He got three deer. He got three whitetail, and the story's interesting because he shot one on the Crown land where he was hunting, and then it actually jumped into a farmer's field. So he went into the farmer's field to get to retrieve the deer. It jumped over the fence and it died there. So he's dragging the thing. Next thing you know, there's the farmer with the gun, and the farmer said, "You leave the deer and get off my property." And the farmer wasn't very nice about it, so he came home with three deer instead of four. Jonathan, three windmills, one needle, sable brazoriensis, one queen. Yeah, so sable brazoriensis is very hardy. Cygrus romanzophiana will need protection, and two Chinese fans, Livingstone, are definitely going to need protection. Needle, no protection. There's a guy in southern Ohio that is growing it looks like a Trachycarpus nova outside, and he does post pictures of it on Zone Pushers. It's my birthday. I'm turning 14. Cool. Well, happy birthday. That's 14. I can barely remember when I was 14. And there's, let's just see that it's almost December. Hey, isn't your birthday in December too? Hi, Jane. How's it going? Aloha. I know it's probably really nice in Hawaii. Hey, Dave, isn't your birthday in December sometime, like around Christmas? Correct me if I'm wrong. August. I'm March. I'm into March. What is the malfunction? What is their malfunction? Who is the trolls? A lot of malfunctioning. My birthday is in March, end of March. I was born on Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday back then in March. But you know, the thing is, Easter changes every year. So happy belated birthday, Clyde. Clyde's still a young guy too. I think Clyde's like only in his 30s. Everybody's a lot younger here than me. I'm pretty sure Jane's still young. Dave's younger than me. White with Dreamy Eyes. I know Paul's younger than me. I'm 56. I'm 56 years old. So time flies when you're older. Yours is April 25th. Okay. 38. You're just a spring chicken. Yeah, that's young, man. 38. I wish I was 38 again. Don't you find when you get older, birthdays come faster? Do you remember when you were a kid and you couldn't wait till your birthday? And now it's like it comes before you know it. Palms, 28, young guy. My oldest son is going to be 30, and he'll be 30 in February. And my daughter's going to be 27, and my youngest son's on his way to 21. Yeah, no, I can get pretty mad. I've had the police come a few times on me where I've chased people out of the park. It wasn't good, but they started it and I finished it, Paul. Seriously. So 99%, I'm a really nice guy, but when somebody gets on my nerves, I flip and lose it, man. But that's what I said to the guy at work. I said, I can make an ultimate YouTube video. So I talked to a cop at work. This is the way it works. Violence is not good, but sometimes you have to use violence, okay, to get your point across to somebody. So if somebody throws a punch at me in the park, and this has happened where these guys get violent because there's a lot of drinking going on in the park, and there's been fights and stuff. I've had to break up fights. And I said to the cop one day, this was about a month ago, I says, if somebody throws a punch at me, can I finish them off? And he says, absolutely. Do what you got to do. I says, can I use extreme force? And he says, Joe, do whatever you have to do to put the guy down. I said, that's all I got to know. So I said to Chad, I work with, I says, if this ever happens to me, I'm going to hand you my camera and you're going to get a good video, because I'm going to get a good viral video. I will probably have to put it age restricted though. And I'm going to make sure he shoots a video, and I'm going to make sure you guys watch it, because I'll put it on this channel or I'll put it on my other channel. It's going to happen. I don't leave home without my camera, right? So if something like that happens, I will get it on video, and I'll make sure Chad gets it on video for me. Hi, my mom always said, this is my dad and mom always said, Joe, clean the clock. That's what you got to do, right? Never take bullying. I don't like bullies. So you got to clean the clock. I agree. Income does not work again. It's yeah. Well, you know, I've never been bullied in school. I never really had to worry about that. But I've gotten a few fights with bullies that were bullying other people in school. So I don't like bullies. They're just losers. And I don't like trolls either, because they're losers too. So basically, trolling is a type of bullying on the internet, right? You know, they'll do it behind a computer screen, but they will never do it to face with you ever, because they're too chicken. Let's see some. Yeah, ninja moves. It's more like Taekwondo moves. I don't do ninja, but I know some other things. I have a 3-foot trachycarpus. What do you recommend for fertilizer? Well, good evening, HS. How you doing, man? How's things over in Italy? Or Italy, England, Italy. We've had people in Italy in here before. I agree. Balance does not work against bullying. It is very effective. Yes. Let's just see. Trachycarpus, you can use a slow release palm food. Yeah, Duck Killer Clyde's got it. 16, 16, 16, 14, 14, 14. Use a slow release in the spring and summer. It's great stuff. But like Duck Killer Clyde says, you could probably find it in a nursery in the States. Jane. I planted Metrosideros polymorpha, a plant species with many forms on. Oh, cool. Man, I'd like to see that. Hey, Jane, can you post a picture of that on People Who Love Palm Trees? I cannot imagine you getting bullied, Dave. You're a nice guy. I don't like bullies, man. I just freaking hate them. I remember there was this one kid at school. He used to get bullied a lot, and I'm going to tell you. I'll tell you another story. This was back when I was in elementary school. We were in grade 6, and the bully was in grade 7. And the guy I hung around with was a boxer, and he was what grade? How old were you in your grade 6? I think we're 11 years old. And I always did judo, karate, and I did taekwondo. I never had to worry about stuff, right? So anyway, and the guy I hung out with was a very nerdy looking guy. He wore the black frame glasses, but man, could he box. His dad was a boxer, and he started boxing at a young age. And the bully never ever picked on him until one day. I just remember it was recess, and we were walking, and recess was just about over, and he had a bag of chips, and the bully came, and he grabbed the bag of chips out of his hand. And my friend Bradley says, give me back my chips. And he says, make me. And that's when he laid into the bully, man. And I just remember the crowd of people watched this bully get pummeled. Nose, mouth, just slugging the guy. It was like a slug fest. Bully, bleeding nose, fat lip, and the bully was on the ground on his knees, basically bawling his eyes out. I couldn't stop laughing. I thought it was funny, man. And he never bullied anybody after that. It was perfect, man. To have that on video, that's what you like to see. Bully get their ass whipped, right? Anyway, that's my story from back then. So you know what? Sometimes they get their own medicine. Behind the door, over your left shoulder. Oh, no, Clyde. No. You know what it says? I'm going to show you something here. I collect license plates, Clyde. And you know what? A personalized plate that says Clyde on it would be cool because Duck Killer Clyde is a cool name. There we go. There's one of my plates from Guam. We have Hawaii plates, Panama plates. That's Guam right there. Pretty cool, huh? U.S. territory. How cold hardy do you think Sable brazoriensis is? I heard, Brian, that they are below 0 degrees Fahrenheit when they are established. So minus 17.8, below minus 17.8 degrees Celsius. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Dave. That's not good to get bullied. I think you're a great guy. Oh, God, H. Huss. Why was I thinking you're from England? Sorry, not even close to England. You're in the Buckeye State. I talked there this morning on my radio, H. Huss. I haven't gotten into his actual fight. Yeah. Well, you know what? The very first fight I got into, and I don't like fighting, was in kindergarten. And there was a bully in the kindergarten class, and I'll never forget the guy's name. His name was Gregory LeBlanc. Okay, and he picked on everybody in the kindergarten. He'd come up and pull their hairs, make girls cry. He was just a little brat, and I was waiting for him to make his rounds to me. And I said, Mom and Dad, I talked to my mom and dad. I was 5 years old. I guess that's how old I was when I was in kindergarten. And I said, what am I going to do if this bully comes out and he starts pulling my hair and picking on me? And what my dad said, my old man, Italian, and he'd been in a lot of fights when he was younger in Vancouver growing up. He said, punch him in the chops as hard as you can, Joey. That's what he said. So one day I'm in kindergarten and he decides to pick on me, the bully. And he did. He came up and he pulled the back of my hair. And I turned around as hard as I could and I punched him right in the mouth as hard as I could. And I knocked out one of his front teeth and I loosened his other one. So his parents wanted to have a meeting with my parents to pay for the dental bill. And my mom and dad said, no, they didn't do it, right? So I cleaned his clock. I gave him his old medicine, and he would not pick on me again. I don't remember if he picked on any other kids again, but I punched him in the mouth as hard as I could, and that was the last time he ever tried picking on me, right? And I actually felt really good about it, too. I really did. I can tell you lots of stories that's happened to me in the park here on Salt Spring Island, too. and some of them involving the police, where the police have actually come to my house, where I've chased people out of the park. There was a drug dealer selling drugs in one of the park one time, and everybody was afraid of this dude. Like the businesses along town were afraid of this dude. They knew he was selling the drugs. He was selling stuff that he shouldn't have been selling. And they didn't want to do anything about it for the repercussion, like, retaliation with him, again, him coming after them. And I said, you know what? I'm not afraid of him. So I shot a video of him and I took a picture of him and I showed it to the cops. I says, this is the dude. So the cops staked out in one of the restaurants. They waited and they busted the guy. So one day I get home from work and I'm sitting at my table. This was just after work. And I look, somebody's knocking on the door. There's a cop standing at my door. And he says, in order to make the charges stick, would you testify in court, or can we use your name in court? Or because if you're anonymous, it ain't going to stick. And I said, really? I says, that's crazy. You've busted this guy with a bag of, this is before it was legal, right? And I says, yeah, use my name. I don't care. I'm a witness. Use the video, use whatever, the pictures I took. So anyway, they did, and he got busted. He wasn't very happy about it. So one day I'm mowing the park. I'm on the John Deere and I'm mowing the park. The guy comes through the park and he stops and he looks at me, and I'm on the tractor mowing, and I see him, and I'm already fuming inside because I don't like the guy. And he takes out his flip phone, this is a few years back, and he starts videotaping me, right? So I shut the tractor off and I come flying over there full blast right up into his face. And the 4-letter word started flying. And I said, you got a problem with me? Let's do it right here. He was with 2 girls. And I says, you better get out of the park right now because it's going to get ugly, right? So I did. I chased him. He wouldn't stand up to me. I chased him out of the park. So about a month later, I'm changing my battery in my daughter's car. She worked downtown. And I see him and he's looking at me. He's looking at me and I think, okay, something's going to get started here. So I'm ready for the guy, and he comes up to me, and you know what he does? He puts out his hand and he shakes my hand and he says, man, I'm really sorry for the trouble I've caused you and people here. And from that day on, he's been like the nicest guy. So it worked. Whatever I did, it worked. And there was no fists exchanged. I mean, there could have been, but there wasn't. I did chase him out of the park and I called him a lot of nasty names that day. But he did shake my hand, and I don't mind the guy at all. I think he's actually a pretty nice guy. That was probably maybe about 10 years ago, maybe 9 years ago, something like that. So that's just another story I have. And there's other stories besides that, lots of them. A lot of crazy things happen where I work in the parks. So anyway, back to the gardening. I'll get off that subject now because I don't want to bore you to death with that. It is sad. It is sad, Palms. I agree with you. When will you have, oh, you know what? Jason, I just harvested some seed today. I just harvested some seed an hour ago, but I'm not going to ship it yet. I harvested it green, okay? So I'm going to dry it. I got it hanging in dry storage, cool storage right now. In about 2 weeks from now, I will start to ship that seed, okay? Because people are funny when they receive green palm seed. And I remember selling some to a guy on eBay, and he got absolutely upset. He says, this is green palm seed. It will not germinate, blah, blah, blah. You know, it germinates when it's green. So I'm going to wait till it turns black. So in a couple of weeks, hit me up and I will be shipping. And it's going to be around $13, $14, 100 plus seeds for the hybrid. So I harvested it from a mature female Trachycarpus wagnerianus. There's a male Trachycarpus wagnerianus nearby, but there's also male Fortunae. And it's a beautiful palm tree. So hit me up in a couple of weeks. How cold hardy do you think Sable Bro? Yeah, that one's hardy, Brian, for sure. Below zero, like a Sable Miner. I hear. Behind the door, your left show. Okay, you got that one. Let's see. Oh, I got to keep going here. I'm reading all the comments. Sadly, sometimes it goes the other way. It does, Dave. I agree. And I've met Dave, and White with Dreamy Eyes is the nicest guy, and he's got the nicest family. And a bully threatened to call the police on me. Nice. Right on, Palms. That's what I like to hear. Good. You got to give them their own medicine, and then maybe they won't bully any more people, right? That's the way it works. Yeah, the Bittinger guy. Yeah, he's a troll. Yeah, but he didn't really troll too badly on here today. But you know what? I'm sure he's still watching, right? I would love to meet one of those trolls. Really, I don't have a problem. If I was in Ohio, I would go knock on his door. I don't have a problem doing that. It's like people that leave bags of household garbage in the park. You know what I used to do? I used to take the garbage and I'd look through it, and if I could find an address, I'd deliver it to them. I'd deliver it to their house. the garbage. One day there was 5 bags of household garbage in the park. You know what I did? I delivered it to where they work, and I put it right out front of the door. They're pretty upset. I don't care. Another time, there's a couple guys, 2 big bags of household garbage. Dump it in the park. No household garbage allowed in the park. So when they left their vehicle, I watched them. Their back door was open of their vehicle. So I took the bags of garbage and I put it in behind their back seats. There was a blanket and I covered it up with the blanket. So yeah, a lot of drama. That's my life of drama in the park anyway. But I do love my job, but it does keep it interesting. That's for sure. There's a lot of crazy people here that hang out in the park, and some of them are kind of a few French fries short of a Happy Meal, or they're not on the right meds, or they're not taking their meds, or they're doing bad stuff with the meds, and it doesn't mix, and it crosses their wires, and some of them get pretty crazy. I mean, even the bylaw officer I work with has been assaulted. And, I've never seen the guy in the park that assaulted him, but that's when I talked to the cop. I said, I saw the bylaw guy on video. Somebody posted it. He got assaulted. The guy's throwing punches. And I says, if he does that to me, can I use brute force to take him down? He says, go. I says, I will. I will do it, man, if I have to. How tall is the hybrid? Jason, well, I mean, how tall is that? Well, the hybrid's going to grow 30 feet tall over time, right? But the Waggy that I took the seeds off of is probably 15 feet of trunk, maybe something like that, 12, 15 feet of trunk. You'll see. I'll upload a video of it tomorrow, okay? Palms, could you grow trackies without protection in Texas? Oh, yeah. I think so. I would give it a shot. Why not? I mean, is that Texas Panhandle? That's the northern part of Texas, right? So it's going to get colder. Give it a shot. Certainly Sable Minor and Needle Palm will grow there. GD Gardens. How you doing, GD Gardens? And Palm Trees, good to see you. My internet is bad, so it's just good to see you, man. I know the feeling, buddy. Say drama. I say drama. You guys say drama, right? I say drama. Yeah, Jason, they will grow big. There you go, misusing pharmaceuticals. 7B. See, Palms, southern 7B is much different than a northern 7B. So I'm going to say yes, Trachycarpus fortunei will grow there. Maybe in the worst winters, yeah, you're probably going to have to give them some help, but I would give it a shot. Kiwi grow indoors, Luca. Well, we got massive kiwi vines outside, and it's a 100% outdoor plant here in the North Pacific, which I'm going to have to harvest the fruit soon after we get a frost. I don't know if it would grow inside. I think they like a chilling effect. I mean, you could try it. White or dreamy eyes? Yeah, I say drama. Short too. Yeah. Jane, do you grow musa? No, but Jane, Chinese yellow banana grow here. There's lots of people that grow Musella laciocarpa. They do flower here, and they're fully hardy. Soil's not good enough for them here at our place. It's too rocky. I've tried them. It dried up in the summertime. Jason Gillis, I found a video of yours of windmills. Yep, they will survive. They've never been damaged. They've never, ever been damaged here on Salt Spring Island. The worst one I've seen here is December 2008 freeze. It lasted the week, and it was really cold. 18 degrees Fahrenheit was the low, and they're all fine. We never lost any windmill palms. Calling for snow in Ohio. Yeah, so these guys in Ohio are trolling me. They're upset, and I think they're jealous at the fact that I live at a more northern latitude and that we're growing palm trees. They don't seem to maybe understand that when you're landlocked, the climate is completely different than an oceanic climate where your temperature is regulated by a current. So we have the offshore Japan current and we have the North Pacific current. So there's no extremes in temperature here. 18 degrees is really cold. That's a cold, cold winter when we had here. If you want a more modern fertilizer, highly recommend Egypt silk made fertilizer. Will cost you around $5. I don't think so. I can't afford that. Brian Press, how fast do you think sable cross? Faster in the heat, slow here, very slow this far north, Brian. So if you're in southern Texas or Dallas or anywhere down there, it's going to probably grow a lot faster. This far north, it's probably going to even grow fast in Tennessee. They get the heat, right? The heat units in the summer. Palm tree dude, aren't you technically in the Pacific Ring of Fire? You're talking about the volcanic. Yeah, there are volcanoes around us. Mount Baker we can see from here, which is in Washington State. We can also see Mount Rainier, which is east of Seattle. We can see that from here as well, too, at higher elevations. And Mount Baker we can just see right across the water. It's by Sumas. 56 Fahrenheit, sunny in New Jersey. I didn't talk to New Jersey today, but I heard New Jersey coming in the radio. Be beautiful tomorrow. Get some thunderstorms. That's great. 56 is perfect, man. That's palmy weather. That is palmy weather, man. Brian, I'm in Reno and it gets very hot. Yeah, give it a try, man. Definitely give it a try. Well, I think your wife is a totally nice lady. And where did I see your wife on one of your videos? She was using a weed whacker. You gotta love a lady that can weed whack, man. And she was weed whacking the heck out of something. I'm sure it was one of your videos, Clyde. And tell your wife she's an awesome gal. Gotta love ladies that can use mechanical equipment. Wendy's like that. She likes to build stuff. I don't really like to build stuff, but I can help her when she's building. I can build stuff, but I think Wendy's actually better at building. Wendy likes power tools. Like if I bought her a power tool for her birthday, she would be happy. Now, most women probably don't want power tools. There's some. I'm guessing Clyde's wife is like that. She's probably very handy, and she probably isn't. Maybe she likes power tools too. But Wendy likes to build stuff. She's got a chop saw. She's got drills. She's got table saw. She doesn't have a chainsaw. I'm the guy with a chainsaw. She's never used a chainsaw, but she's got a lot of power tools and sanders and all that other stuff. What is the video with numbers on it? Numbers on it. Which one is that? I don't know. I got a lot of videos. I got thousands of them on here. Oh, there we go. Where did I just see Jonathan Bittinger? She's laughing now. Right on. Well, it's good to laugh. Say hi to your wife. She has one power tool. That's. I don't even want to go there, Clyde. Wendy has some of those too. Supercells. We don't need a tornado outbreak. No, we don't get tornadoes here. But you know what? I weed whack at work, white with dreamy eyes. Well, good, man. And that's what I do, too. I do a lot of weed whacking, too. H. Huss. Anything else, John L? Musa itinerans and Musa sycamensis. You could try. They're hardy, too. I know. You love Lytton. Buddy Dave loves Lytton. If you think that trachycarps can't survive in Ohio, you're simply right with 3. Cool. No. You know what? I don't know. I'd like to see them. See, when I consider a palm long term, it's been in the ground for more than 15 years with no protection. If you can grow a trachycarpus more than 15 years without zero protection, and it still looks good every spring, and it's barely hanging on, if it's barely hanging on with a frond, a burnt out frond, and a half dead spear, that's really not thriving. But if you can grow a palm tree without protection, a trachycarpus fortunae or any palm, more than 15 years, I'd say it's long term. If they don't need winter help, and they look fine come spring, look at my videos. You'll see them. Go onto my palm groups. You'll see them. So there is a guy in Ohio that posts pictures of his palm, but he does protect it. It's a nice palm. I'm guessing it's probably 12, 13 feet tall, and it looks like Trachycarpus nova, because I can tell by the spacings of the petioles, and he is in Ohio. I know there's needle palms that grow in Ohio because I've seen pictures of them. I'm going to say they're probably long-term in parts of Ohio. And also, where's that book I have? It's actually put out. Where did I put that book? I got so many books in here. Damn. I'm trying to find my book here. It's a good book put out by an experimenter in Ohio. And I've showed it to you guys before. Oh, there it is. This book right here. Okay, so the guy that wrote this book is from Ohio. Okay, palms won't grow here and other myths. So this guy experiments with lots of palm trees at a university in Ohio. My suggestion is you get this book, okay? Palm trees won't grow here and other myths. And who wrote it? David A. Franco, Warmer Climate Plants for Cooler Areas. Really good book, and you can learn a lot from it if you want to learn more about palm trees, okay? So there you go. Check it out. You can probably get it on Amazon. So let's just see. I don't like heat. Yeah, well, heat it gets hot in Lytton. That's the hot spot in Canada every year. Anything else you compare to Musabaju? I'm reading that. H. Huss, your signal didn't come through. I wonder if you could grow palms outside in the growings and plant them in. Maybe. I wonder. You know what? That's a good question. There's a place in the valley, in the Eastern Fraser Valley, called Harrison Hot Springs, okay? And Harrison Hot Springs, there is actually a Trachycarpus fortunae growing there, and it is long-term, and they do actually have hot springs. And I was surprised that a Trachycarpus would survive that far east in the valley, because it's quite a ways in from the ocean, but it's still this side of the mountains. And I'm guessing it's probably about 50 miles inland from the ocean. And it does get a lot colder out there in the winter, but it is. And I could maybe Google an image of it. There must be an image of that when it's at the Harrison Hot Springs Resort, and it must be pretty tall by now. Now, the last time I saw a photo of it, it was probably about 8 feet tall. And so hopefully it's still there. So it must be getting the heat from the hot springs. Very good that you brought that up, Palms. Palm Tree Dude, we're getting those thunderstorms tomorrow. So stay safe out there. Hopefully, I mean, I know you guys get a lot of thunder and lightning in some of those places. It's rare here. Already colder. We're already colder than where you are for most of 23 days. Yeah, well, right now it is around 45 degrees, something like that. We're seasonal, 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Very nice day today. And the low temperature was around 40, something like that. White with dreamy eyes. I weed whack at work. Some I read that one. I got to go. I'm just scrolling through your things. I've seen those DC palms. Tall tracky. Yeah, there's needle palm at the, Russian. I don't know Russian either. Palm tree. It's 10 feet tall. Cool. I have 3. Yeah, well, that's good. How long have they been there? Jonathan, if that's your real name. You know what's really interesting? I'm going to tell you something. A lady messaged me from, and I have the address. If your real name is Jonathan, a lady messaged me on my Banana Joe Facebook like page. She messaged me a couple of weeks ago. Seemed like a very nice lady too, and I have her name written down here. I'm going to tell you her name. Her name is Debbie O'Connell. Okay, and she said, Joe, it's my son Jonathan Bittinger's birthday coming up in a few days. Or in December, in early December. Could you please send me your autograph on a photo? And I says, I don't really do stuff like that. I'm not a famous person. I'm not an autograph guy, right? She's really, he wants a picture of you by a palm tree with an autograph on it. Okay, so I send him a picture of me with some bananas, giant banana clump, and I just wrote on the back, happy birthday, blah, 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 Banana Joe. And it's funny, the guy's name is Jonathan Bittinger. So if this is the same Jonathan Bittinger, it'd be interesting, or is it somebody using Jonathan Bittinger's name, right? So, because I do actually have the address, and the lady was actually in Ohio, believe it or not, and I do have the phone number too. But they are in Ohio, and she messaged me the other day, and she says that hasn't come yet, the letter. And then she messaged me again. She says, I did get the letter. It came in. Thank you so much. Seemed like a super nice, genuinely nice lady. But the kid's name, her son's name was Jonathan Bittinger, and he's a palm nut. So anyway, Lake Erie would be a better place to probably grow palm trees because you have the air temperatures regulated by the lake temperature. So the only time they won't regulate the air is when the lake freezes, and it's probably pretty rare for those big lakes to freeze because they're big bodies of water. So I would say if you're going to grow a palm tree in Ohio, it'd probably be better by the lake, and maybe in the worst winters, it's going to need some help. Generally, arborescent Trachycarpus is an arborescent palm, a trunk-forming palm. They're rated this far north. They rate them at around minus 12 degrees Celsius or 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. Well-established palms Trachycarpus palms can take much colder. I've heard them surviving minus 4 degrees Fahrenheit with damage and recovering. Okay. So minus 4 degrees Fahrenheit, I think, is something like minus 23 degrees Celsius. So it's very, very cold hardy palm tree, but that's a well-established palm. And also palm seed from a good ecotype is going to make a hardier palm than, say, palm seed or imported palms from Florida or California. So if you get some Bulgarian strain palm, yeah, it is possible probably to grow it in a sheltered spot by the lake. I don't know if it's going to be long-term. I would like to see that. I would like to see somebody prove me wrong and see palm trees growing in Ohio by the lake long-term. I think that's great. If you can grow a palm tree in Ontario without protection, I think that's an awesome thing. And I don't get jealous. I'm happy for people that grow palms. More people growing palms, the merrier. There's palms on the East Coast too. This is their second winter. Well, that's a good thing. It's their second winter. That's good. And then you said they're still green. So I don't know what temperatures you're getting there. I don't know what temperatures they've survived in your winters. We haven't been below 20 degrees Fahrenheit here since December 2008. They keep saying this is predicting a bad winter for us. Bad winter for me is not snowfall. Bad winter for me is when the temperatures fall below 20 degrees Fahrenheit. that's a bad winter. And it starts to damage some of the marginal, half-hardy, borderline plants, right? It weeds out the wimps, and some of the really tender plants are going to get killed. It happens, right? So there you go. So I'm happy for you, Jonathan, that that's their second winter, and hopefully they'll make it through many more winters. That's a good thing. Go, Palms, you got any tips for keeping dogs from destroying, uprooting? Ooh, I don't know if coffee grounds get rid of. You know what? Go to your nursery. Years ago, I remember there used to be a dog repellent. I know there's Ropel here. Ropel keeps rodents off, like rabbits and stuff, if you want to call them a rodent. They're a pest. But there used to be these little green things, and you tie them on your plants, and it was a dog repellent. So Google dog repellent for plants. There's got to be something, I'm sure. If not, you got to put a fence around it. Cayenne pepper. Uh, it does, Paul. The lake is so big. The place of what? What was the name of the place again? Okay, I'm just reading. I'm just reading your comments. The lowest it got here last winter. See, 12 degrees is not cold enough to kill a Trachycarpus fortunei. That's for sure. 12 degrees is not going to bother Trachycarpus fortunei there. That's not very cold. That's a zone 8A. That's pretty much zone 8A there. If that winter anyway. If everyone planted one palm tree, yeah. Could you imagine? Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's not that cold. If what's the deal with that guy who's trolling you? I left him a message. Yeah. Well, he's not trolling anymore. But if he does troll, I'll make another video, and then I will give out the other phone number. Then I'm going to have to give out his address, and I will do it because I really don't care. I don't have anything to lose, right? And the video gets views. That's fine by me. It's just YouTube entertainment, and it's all entertainment. You know what I mean? This is entertainment too. You guys are watching me. It's a free video you're watching, and you get to join in, and I think that's great. We're all interacting here. So, you know, if the trolls are going to hang out here and you know, put sensible comments down, that's fine. But when they start saying stupid shit, that's not fine. I have a fence around my king palm. Cool. Arcanto Phoenix, Cunninghamiana. I wish I could grow that here. There's one growing down on the Oregon coast. You know that. If everybody planted one palm tree, Paul, would be absolutely awesome. Yeah, I don't know, man. Well, the Palms USA, the guy that was trolling me on my channel was phoning too. And I don't like to be woke up at night. I go to bed pretty early because I get up at 5 every morning, or sometimes before 5 because I'm at work by 6:30. So when somebody wakes me up from a sleep, I get really angry, really, really angry. So I'm going to give them their own medicine. If they phone again and they wake me up, it's going to get a lot worse for them, and they're going to wish they've never ever phoned here again, or they never phoned here in the first place. But they're never going to phone here again. I guarantee it. I'm going to make their life a living hell if they phone here again. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to make sure everybody here knows their address. And I'm going to make sure everybody here knows their phone number. And then they can go knock on their door. And then I'm going to tell my friends in Ohio, because I have other friends in Ohio that might want to pay them a visit, and then just keep phoning them too. I have friends. Can you grow a windmill? Let's a minute. What do we say here? Does it rarely get below 18? No, it's rare. Jane, it rarely gets below 20 degrees here, Fahrenheit. So the coldest temperature I've ever recorded here, Jane, it was 20 degree or 18 degrees Fahrenheit in 2008 December. It's that's pretty cold. Jason, can you grow a windmill palm by an apartment shelter? No, you're going to have to protect it there. There's nowhere east of our coast here in Canada that you can grow a palm tree without protection. It's going to need a windmill palm is going to need protection. It's funny, eh? So there's a Brian Lowry that comes here, but now there's a Ryan Lowry. You see, so you're making the connection. So you drop the B and you got a Ryan in there. Well, that's okay. He's being nice so far. I know my trolls. And the moderator's not in here, but I can still deal with these guys if they become crazy, right? When you are in Oregon next after dinner, I would love it, man. When the borders open up, I'd like you to see Wendy and I said to Wendy, you got to go down the Oregon coast. We got to go down to the Oregon coast. But yeah, for sure, Clyde, we got to come and visit you. Oh, you know what? So anyway, I was saying, we went over to Buddy Hal's place last night, and he bagged some white-tailed deer. That deer meat is so good. He's filled up his freezer, right? I mean, they dressed out. There's a lot of meat on one of those deer. So, that deer meat was really good. I really want to try swan, though. Yeah, I would definitely do a video. I would do a tour of your garden, right, with you. And then I could do a video of you telling me about your plants. It'd be cool to do a Palmcast tour of the garden. It'd be awesome. For sure. I would do it. Palms USA, that is just horrible. The guy that, yeah, no, I don't know. It's very rare. Like the only calls we really get here are telemarketers, but I usually give them a piece of my mind or just hang up on them, right? So um, let's see. White with dreamy eyes. I can't go to Hawaii. You can't go to Ohio. I can go to Ohio. If the borders open up, I could go to Ohio for a holiday. And then I could visit some of the trolls, which would be really awesome because that would make a really good video. And the banana tree with many duplicates. And the banana tree. Oh, just a minute. There we go. There we go. And a banana tree with many duplicates. There he is right there. See, so you see this Ryan Lowry guy. Keep an eye on him. It's just sad that you will have to get rid of them in a couple of years for winter because they're. I don't have a garage, so I heard that the temps below can damage. Oh yeah, yeah. I've tried Metrosideros before and it died in a bad winter. It's they're not that hardy here. Whitetail, whitetail. I'm sure he said they're whitetail. Here we have the fallow deer or whatever they are. They're smaller deer, but they were big deer. Yeah, needle palm will go grow good where you are, Jonathan. There was a guy in Ohio that's posting pictures of the needle palms that were established growing in Ohio, and they're actually really nice palm trees. He's posted many pictures in the past in one of my palm groups, and they were pretty good looking palms in Ohio for sure. And more people should be growing needle palms. I love them. Jason Gillis, I have a huge green patch of grass and good microclimate windmill palm. Wow, cool. Well, you know what? You could grow a palm tree, but you're going to have to box it in and put some heat with it if you're in Alberta. Do you have a needle palm, Brian Perez? What type of? I had the New Zealand Christmas tree. They called it. I don't have any needle palms for sale, Brian. We just grow them in our garden. We have 7 Rhipidophyllum hystrix on our property. 2 are in pots, and the rest are in the ground. And they are nice palms. They're actually one of my favorite palms. I was in a garden today, and you'll see it. I've shot videos of before. I talked to the owner. They live somewhere else, and I said, is it okay if I go down and harvest some seeds? Oh yeah, and she says, help yourself. And the Camarops palms are huge, right? One of them's got to be 10, 12 feet across and 8 feet high. It's massive. It's a massive mound of fronds. It's beautiful, and the other one's big too. Sunlight versus temperature palms. If there was one trachea growing in the equator at a high elevation, grow faster with the same temperature. I wonder if there is any growing at the equator. Trachycarpus. I don't even see them in Hawaii, and Hawaii is not on the equator. Do you grow many canna? No. You know what? I've tried canna before. When I was in the garden today, just before I got home, Clyde, and there was lots of cannas growing in there. The deer have been cutting them back. And then I don't know if the owner's cut them back or the deer, but they're still green. But the soil's not very good there, but they're still perfectly green. They're very short, but there's some green cannas. A lot of people grow cannas here. The soil is too rocky and dry here. That's the problem for cannas. Palm tree dude. I know you have poor soil, little water, but you grow. Yeah, but I got, and I'm starting to worry about my bananas, Clyde, because I think the tree roots from the cedar tree have infiltrated them and they look like they're slowing down a bit. And it's kind of sad. May have to cut that tree down. Do you grow? Let's just see. My least cold hardy is queen palm. Cool. Well, that's a good place. Queen palm in the garage in the winter. I had a bigger size queen palm in a pot. It froze one winter here. Not hardy, but I do have a queen palm cross butia, and so far so good. My Camarops is doing pretty good. Yeah, Camarops are pretty hardy palm tree, dude. I mean, I consider them foolproof here in this island. Do you think Trachycarpus hybrid? Yes, I think they can, Brian. 18 for. Oh yeah, they can because they've taken it in our garden. Oh yeah, I like the tall cannas, Clyde, because they look more tropical. They are awesome. Those are the ones to grow, and yeah, some of them grow over 6 feet high easily. It is Metros. Yeah, maybe that's the one, Jane. I'm not too sure, but it was a New Zealand Christmas tree. They called it. They grow it in the south of England, out in the Scilly Isles, and they grow big, but it didn't make it here. It's too cold in the winter. Some people seem to think, it's not We're far from the tropics here, okay? We're on an island off the west coast of Canada, and it can get cold. And we can get snow at times, too. Cycas patuensis survive? No. I don't think so. We have it. The slugs ate all the new fronds off of it last year. So anyway, I moved it, and now it's recovering. And it's supposed to be hardier than Cycas revoluta. So we will find out about that. I've had it in the ground 5 years, and it seems to be doing okay. Jonathan Bittinger, the queen palm is about 7 feet tall. Good. You know what? I like queen palms in a pot on the sun deck, And I mean, I've grown some silver queens from seed and I've sold them, and I've tried them in the garden and they didn't work. But the hybrid seems to be working good. The mule palm I have in the garden, the queen cross boutia, is so far so good. But only time will tell. I mean, I think a bad winter would probably nuke that thing. What was the craziest phone call you've gotten? Well, they phoned here quite a few times. It was yesterday. I think it was yesterday. And Wendy was listening to the calls. I can't be bothered because they just upset me. Seriously, it makes me want to hop on a plane and go to Ohio, but the borders are closed right now and show up on the guy's doorstep. You know what I mean? I would love to do that. Camera in hand. Wendy could film. Wouldn't that be an awesome video? Me knocking on the troll's door and him opening it and looking in my face. And I wouldn't be very happy either. You know, it would be kind of neat. I'd like that. That'd make a really good video. Hello, Mr. Lowry. How you doing? Do you know me? I'm sure he does. But I'm sure he would be freaked out if I showed up on his door. Let's just see, about 3 or 4 years, Ryan. I guess depending on the species. Where can you get some? I got mine given to me, Jason. The guy died. He was a friend of mine, and he passed away. So about 5, 6 years ago, his wife gave me a truckload of exotic plants, and one of them was a Cycas patuensis. Patuensis, I think that's how you say it. So I'm not fully convinced. It's much hardier than Cycas revoluta, but we're going to find out. So far, so good. And but like I say, the slugs really like the new tender growth, so I had to move it up to near the cactus patch. Palms USA. Does Reno, Nevada have? I've never seen any there. I'd like to see some palm trees in Reno, Nevada, but they grow them at high elevation in St. George, Utah. But I think Utah, St. George might be at a lower elevation than that, but it's still quite high desert. You better Google it. Google images of palm trees in Reno, Nevada. I would like to see a palm tree in Reno, Nevada. Maybe there is. Palm tree dude, didn't you take a video of a Norfolk pine? Yep. There is one growing at Brian's place in Tofino. It's been there for many years. It's not big. I mean, it's growing beside his house, and he doesn't protect it or anything. He's got a Phoenix canariensis outside and also Brahia edulis outside, no protection. It's more higher end of Zone 9A for Canada in that area. It's absolutely a beautiful area. Tofino, you can see the videos. Come to Ohio. If I come to Ohio, I will visit my friends in Ohio because I do have friends in Ohio. All right. And I'm very familiar with Ohio because on my radio, I've talked to many, many different places in Ohio over the years. And it's spanning back to 1977. Okay. I've talked to dozens and dozens and dozens of different places in Ohio. So there you go. That would be an awesome video, White with Dreamy Eyes. Seriously, I would make one for sure. But Wendy would have to be the camera lady. And I'm serious when I say that too, because I'm always looking for more content and more random stuff, but I might have to put that video on my other channel because my other channel, I have 2 other channels, you know that. My other channel has more random stuff on it, but it still does have plant videos on there too. Musabaju, Ryan, 3 or 4 years, something like that here, maybe 3, 4 years, I'm guessing. I don't really do the time thing, but I'm guessing that's what it is. Reno is Zone 5. So Duck Killer Clyde. I'm guessing there was no Trachycarpus palms in Reno. Brian Perez. Yeah, Reno can get very, very cold. I know it can, but it also can get, I think, pretty hot in the summertime. I know I have a friend in Salt Lake City, Utah that grows palms and stuff like that. But Zone 5 would be, Montreal is Zone 5. There are people in Montreal that love to grow palms, but they go to great lengths to protect them in the wintertime. It's a lot of work. You got to really love palms. And I think if I lived in Ontario or Montreal, I would do the same thing. I don't think I would grow Washingtonia for the simple fact it grows too fast, too big. And you're going to have to, there's going to become a time when you're going to have to watch that thing freeze because you cannot protect it anymore. Tom Kelly in St. Louis, Missouri, Zone 6, I think it's 6B. He grew 45-foot tall Washingtonia palms, and that was pretty much the limit for them. He couldn't do the scaffolding anymore, and he had to watch them freeze one winter, which was very sad. Palms USA. Yes, St. George, you've been there, and I got seed from there, and there are Washingtonia flifera, there's big Chamaerops humilis, and there's lots of Fortunae, and I've got Chamaerops seed from there, and I got some growing in the greenhouse from there. Oh, you're in Reno last week? Cool. Yeah, that's right, too. I remember you're saying that. I've never been to Reno. Reno was Zone 7A? Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure of the growing zone there. And rolling dice. Oh, yeah. How was that swan? Was it yummy? Was that a yummy swan? See, I want to try a swan now. And I don't know if I'll ever try a swan. Maybe if I come and visit you one day and you happen to get a swan and we could have some swan, I could have a little taste, a little sample of swan. I could do a YouTube video of swan, how swan tastes, because not many people ever get to taste a swan. You know what I mean? I'll eat anything. I don't care. I eat everything from the 4 food groups. So if you have swan roasted up there, I'm going to eat a swan. You know what I'm saying? Let's just see. Is Tofino more mild? Yes, it is. Palm Tree Dude is absolutely milder than here in the wintertime. It's very rare that they even see snowflakes there. But they can get them, but it's not often. And if it does snow, it probably melts when it hits the ground. Jane, I'm convinced that the high elevation metro area will grow in your climate. Yeah. And you know what, Jane? It may. I don't know if it's going to be long term or it's going to need some help in a cold winter, but it would be cool to get some of those koa wood seeds. So next time I'm on Maui, which is going to be next year, hopefully, I can get some koa wood seeds, acacia seeds. Zone 6, I just Googled. Thanks, Clyde. Anyway, you guys are fountains of information, Clyde and everybody else in there. I appreciate your input. It's great. And there's somebody with a bunch of baseball caps. That's nice. Baseball caps are cool. I like eating pelicans. Yum. You know what? Hey, Clyde, you're a hunter. Can you eat a pelican? You know where I saw pelicans the first time? Was on the Oregon coast. I saw pelicans at Florence on the Oregon coast. I said, wow, I didn't even realize pelicans came that far north. There's pelicans there. But I heard there's pelicans on some of the Great Lakes too, which is kind of cool. I have only one needle palm. Well, that's okay. One is better than none. That's the way I see it. I like your name, GD Gardens and Palm Trees. That's a good YouTube name. John Cartwright, is getting cold here now in the UK. Protect my phoenix. Yeah, but you know, there's some big phoenix in the UK. There's some big ones in London too. Duck Killer Clyde, my wife says you come shoot. Oh man, you guys are awesome. We love barbecue, and Wendy loves a barbecue too. You know, Wendy's a sweet gal, and she's got a little bit of redneck in her. I'm a lot more redneck than Wendy, but that's what I like about Wendy. She can hang out with all us rednecks and still have a ton of fun. So we were at Hal's bar yesterday, and it's full-blown redneck. And Wendy was actually behind the bar. She wanted to serve some drinks. And then Hal's wife is awesome. So she brought the venison out. Like I say, he bagged a few venison the other day or last week. He was up hunting for 2 weeks in Alberta. He wanted to get a hog, but he didn't come back with a hog. But she made these really nice, I call them hors d'oeuvres. They're hors d'oeuvres. And she put venison meat on them. Oh, that meat was to melt in your mouth. And then there was no gamey taste to that venison. So he says the roasts and the steaks are amazing. So they're going to have us over for dinner for steaks or roast or something like that soon. And as long as we bring the dessert and the salad, right? So Wendy's going to make a fruity pie pizza. Her fruity pie pizza consists of tropical fruit, I think on a cheesecake or something. Is it a cheesecake, Wendy? Fruity pie pizza. What's in a fruity pie pizza? Cool. Shortbread crust. There we go. Well, you guys are awesome, Clyde, and I'd like to meet you guys one day, and I'd love to shoot a video of your garden because I've seen videos of Clyde's garden. The guy knows how to grow palms. Clyde knows how to grow palms, and he's in one of my favorite states, Oregon. I love Oregon coast. I like inland Oregon. It's a very interesting state. It goes from Zone 9B into desert. You have everything in Oregon, man. Go east of I-5, and you're going to have a totally different climate than the coast. It can be 95 degrees in Salem or Eugene, and you book it over to Florence, Oregon, and you're wearing a sweatshirt because it's cool and the ocean influence, right? I've done it. Bigfoot Squad, I smoke crack. Well, you know what? You can't smoke that stuff. It's no good for you. Smoking crack. Smoking that stuff is no good for you, man. Don't be smoking that. Let me. Yeah, don't be doing that stuff, man. That stuff will wreck your brain. I always say dope is for dopes. There is a 5-foot tall needle. Whoa, no way. Hey, take a picture of that, please. GD Gardens. I love needle palms when they're big. Friend Jim Kelly in New Jersey, he's got a huge needle palm. Yeah, Jane, it may need help. And the thing is, I don't know. I mean, maybe it gets hardier as it gets older. If it gets older, it's probably maybe going to get a little bit hardier, but I haven't seen any of those growing around here. I've seen Erythrina christogalli. There's a lot of cool plants that will grow here on our island, but I have not seen Metrosideros long term. It's like trying to grow Jacaranda mimosifolia. I grew a ton of them from seed years ago, And before we even got into the winter, and it wasn't even that cold, it was just damp and cool. They all got botrytis on them, and they packed it in. So it's better to grow Albizia julibrissin. Smoke some plant palms instead, yeah, or banana peels. Look at this. I sell palm. So somebody's taken my thing there and copied it, I sell palm. See, that's not me. I didn't do that. So you see that where it says banana JSSI. So somebody's cloned my thumbnail and put that on there, right? That's what they've done. Let's just see. Kind of like the Donovan. Donovan song Mellow Yellow. Messages held for review. Would a Pindo palm survive in Ohio? I think it's going to need protection for sure. I was just in a garden where there's two big Pindo palms growing. They actually fruit on our coast, and a friend's wife makes jelly out of the fruit jam. Do you have a 20-foot windmill palm tree for sale? Not me. I don't sell big palms. So let's see. Let's get rid of this guy here. I'm going to report. Remove. There we go. Get rid of him. There we go. So we got a troll in there that's cloning my name. You see that? Isn't that interesting? Hit banana JSI. That's not me doing those. I'm not actually writing anything here right now. I'm just reading your messages. So, if you want to grow, Jonathan, if you want to grow Butia, protected in the wintertime. That's my advice anyway. Do you have a 20-foot windmill palm for sale? No, at $100 a foot, you're going to pay big money. Wait, Erythrina grows there? Yeah, Erythrina christogalli grows here. I call them a Chilean flame tree. I think, Benny, it would survive in the States. It would survive down in the southern states, Pindo palm at 11 degrees Fahrenheit. This far north, Pindo palm is not going to survive 11 degrees Fahrenheit. I think that would kill it. Center spear would go before anything. They're prone to that. Also known as dweebs. Yep. Thank you, Dave. Trolls. Yep. There's trolls out there. Lots of trolls. Palm Nation's in there. So if that is indeed Palm Nation, that's a good thing. Or it could be somebody cloning his name, just like somebody cloning my name in there right now, too. But there's a lot of messages being held for review. Tiki, aloha, Joe. Cool. Aloha to you. Palm Nation. We have Erythrina christogalli. Yeah, they do work here. Palm. There's somebody here. Clones. Somebody's putting stuff on this message board using my name and my thumbnail. So they know what they're doing. There's so many trolls out there, Jonathan. I lose track of it. And if they're not causing too many problems on here, they can troll as long as they want. But if I get sick of them, I'm just going to kick them off. That's what I'm going to do. Or I just report them. That's what happens. But most of them are very short term, their channels, because they get blocked from here and they just make another channel. Yeah. It could be Pat. It could be Pat. Yeah. It's just Pat. Just like the show. I'm planting Robusta. Oh, look at this. See this? Look at that. Look at that. That's a troll right there. Eucomis. Yeah. Eucomis is a pineapple lily. I've grown them here too, and the slugs destroy them, Clyde. They totally destroy them. So let's get rid of this guy too. See, there's a troll on here that doesn't like me. For some weird reason, and that's not his real name. Go check out his channel or her channel, TEQ_KLAPZ. Look at with the comment. Look at this. See what they're writing on here? So here we go. Here we go. Okay. Okay, I'm back. We call this a troll cast. No, it's not a troll cast, but there are trolls in there. There's trolls everywhere you go. I don't understand the mentality of trolls. Like, I don't know if they're simple minded or they have nothing better to do. And then I'm trying to figure out the age group. I know one of them, there's some younger ones in Ohio, and then one of the guys was a little bit older. I think he's in his 20s, something like that. And it's just kind of weird what goes through their mind that they want to do stuff like that. I don't get it. Last day of green bananas here. Oh well, you know what? They will come back next year full force. Yeah. Yeah. They're still green here. So I don't know how much longer. I don't see any cold really, any frost. So we'll have to see. Anyway, stay tuned for video. I did put a couple of videos of bananas on there. I kind of want to buy sable miner seeds now around. You should throw them in the wilderness. They'll naturalize in Tennessee. People troll because they have nothing better to do. They're complete losers. And it's like putting a stick in a hornet's nest and stir it up because they like to get a reaction out of people. Yeah. Like this guy right here. He's just a total loser, but that's okay. I'm enjoying reading it. This is a little bit of entertainment. I don't know. He's a troll. It's a troll, GD Gardens. But we know what to do with trolls, don't we? Right? We got to get even with the trolls. Just finished putting lighted palm protection, Washingtonia Pindo. Sweet. I talked to a guy in Arkansas today on my radio. 2 people in Arkansas, the Razorback state. That was cool. Yep, protect it. My buddy Austin will probably be protecting his too down there. He's in Arkansas. A lot of Razorback palms growing up this way. I've got a lot of seed from Arkansas over the years. Got the Warren City, Arkansas Sable Miner, and we have the Trachycarpus fortunei growing down there that he planted years ago. I think he planted it in 2003 or something like that. 2003, 2004 at his mom's place, and it's growing strong. So we know that palms are long-term in the Razorback state, and they do very well here this far north. Yeah. It's interesting, eh? Trolls, trolls, trolls. Tiki, hang loose. I should be right here. You know what? I think next year I'm going to live stream from Maui. I don't usually bring my computer there. I did years ago, but I might take my computer, or at least one of them, and I could do some live streaming from Maui. Let's see, what do we have here? Messages held for review. It's really interesting. Like, I don't have any enemies here on Salt Spring Island. You know what I mean? I don't have any enemies on Salt Spring Island. And I've had a few run-ins with people in the park, and those guys have apologized to me after. Every guy that I've had a run-in in the park, they've come and apologized to me after, right? It's because, like I say, a few of those guys are a few screws loose. They should be on meds. They do a lot of drinking and a lot of drugs, and they're not in the right state of mind when it happens, but I still don't take crap from people. So, but this dude here that's giving me the bird, this guy's flipping me the bird here. You see the little emojis right there? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the problem is. So what problem do you have with me? I want to know. I'd like to know what problem. So are you upset with my channel that maybe you live in you live in an area south of me? I'm thinking that's what it is. I know what it is. You're living south of me, but you cannot grow what we grow this far north. And some people get upset about that. Like, I could care less. I don't care if there's somebody in Yukon growing coconut palms. More power to you. Growing in Ontario and Nova Scotia and New York and Maryland and all that. I think that is awesome. I'm happy for them. But this dude, he's obviously has low self-esteem. He's probably some zit-faced punk sitting in his mom and dad's basement with nothing better to do. That's the type of guy I'd like to put my meat hooks around his neck and just squeeze the life out of him. But I can't do that. You know, I'd get into trouble. Let's just see. Send the troll to Brazil. Talked to Venezuela this morning. Oh, they get big. Viral videos, TV. Washingtonians can get big. White with dream eyes, you're the kind of person that I became thanks to Minecraft. What is Minecraft? I'm not really sure what Minecraft is. I think is it like a video game or something? There's a lot of YouTubers that do Minecraft. I'm not really sure what that is. Send a troll to Brazil. I'd like to go to Brazil right now too. Just planted 242 Oh yeah. Hey, Uriel, fully hardy there, not a problem. How big does the base of Washingtonias can get really big. I like Washingtonias when they're younger than over the tall ones. Let's just see. Planted 242 Oh, I see the emoji. There's an emoji up there. It's somebody's flip. Maybe he's your number. That's the number one emoji. We'll say. I remember watching. I went to WWF wrestling years ago in Vancouver, and I remember some audience members flipping one of the wrestlers the bird, and he says, "Thank you. I'm number one." Am I? Yeah, I know. I do see the emojis. They're gone now. I'd love to see a video. Oh, thanks. I'll do another one soon. The last. Oh, did you look on Wendy's channel? She put one. I was in the forest a couple times last week and the week before, and I had to cut some trees off the trail, so I left my mark. I left a couple of tikis in there. I carved one of the trees was still laying down. I had to bucket off the trail, but I carved a tiki into it. And then I had to hike up this mountainside, and I carved a tiki out of the log. I cut off the trail, and I kind of stood it up in there too. So they're in the trail, but I don't think there's a video of me carving them.
Hey, didn't you see my emojis?
Are those yours? Oh, Wendy's on the live stream now. Wendy's putting nice emojis.
You're supposed to. And then I put, I'm cooking your dinner.
Wendy's cooking my dinner. Oh, Wendy's making ribs for. Oh, it's a video game. Thanks, Palm Nation. I appreciate it. Palm Nation's a good guy. It's a video game. Thanks, Jane. Is 15 feet affordable? Jane, the Palms up here, yes, could get you into trouble. Thank you, Gulf Island Rock. Gulf Island Rock in there, that's Wendy. She's watching the live stream right now, and she's also making a good baby back rib dinner. I love baby back ribs. Palm Nation, I talked to Tennessee today, too. I talked to a couple people in Tennessee today on the radio. Gulf Island Rock left a heart emoji. Yeah, the guy phoned up here yesterday, and he called my wife a bitch. That's not very nice, is it? That's another strike against him. If I ever visit Ohio, hopefully I don't, because I'm not going back there for anything. But if I did visit Ohio, that's another thing that would make the video more interesting. He called my wife a bitch. That's not a very nice thing to call somebody. A lady calling her that? That's not very nice. Wendy's definitely not that. She's a nice lady. Going to Guatemala. Are you? Wow, cool. That's awesome. I talked to Venezuela today for a very short contact. Guatemala would be cool. My 13-year-old daughter used to play. Oh, that's okay. Minecraft. So it's a video game. It seems to be very popular. Wendy, I'm cooking your dinner. Wendy's cooking my dinner. Awesome. Yeah. So somebody now is got White with Dream. So what he's doing, he's cloning everybody here. White with dreamy eyes is not a troll, but there's a troll in there taking people's names and using them on this comments here. That's what he's doing. So that's not Dave in there. Look at this. Yeah, I know White with dreamy eyes. I've met him. He's been here. Good. I'm glad the internet's working better. GD Garden. Jane. Where are we here? Is in a greenhouse koa trees tall or flexible? I got to try koa, Jane, because of you. I really want to try a koa, but I cannot find the seeds online. So I'm hoping to make it back to Oahu one day. I know we're stuck on Maui. We've been stuck on Maui since 2012. But like I say, 2013, 2014, we're back on the island of Oahu. So like I said, Jane, next time we're on Oahu, I will let you know via Facebook. I'll message you. And I say we're going to be on Oahu, and we all stay in Waikiki, and we'll walk up to Kapahulu, and we'll meet you, or you can meet us in Waikiki, and we could all go to Murakami Udon Noodle if you like Murakami Udon Noodle. I love it. I also like Rainbow Diner. And then Wendy, we'll go check out Peggy's Picks up in Kapahulu. There's lots of trolls in here, Palm Nation. Gulf Island Rock, White with dreamy eyes is solid. Yes, he is. Nobody called me the B word, but somebody called Wendy the B word. If somebody called Wendy, people on this island would know better than to call Wendy the B word, because they know I'd come after them. You know what? I'm not afraid. I'm really honestly not afraid of anybody here, but people know me well on this island, and I get along with everybody on the island. But they know what I can be like. So if somebody called Wendy the B word on Salt Spring Island, I would have a talk with them. That's what I would do. It wouldn't be nice. It wouldn't be a nice talk. Truel. Have you ever grown ginkgo trees? Yes, I've grown lots of them from seed. I had the seed brought back from Germany. Yeah. Hey, Wendy. Wendy. So no. So see that the person. No, no, nothing. So see. So somebody. Are you on? Are you still on my live stream? Oh, you still are. Okay. So did you just put what? Who said that?
Yeah.
Well, somebody who called yesterday on the phone called you that. One of the trolls.
I just realized that.
Yeah. So one of the trolls called her that yesterday when he phoned. I collected tons of arbutus
Posted
berries.
it on the phone recording.
Okay, good. So rats and mice will eat them. You got to cover them up. I put a seed tray over top of one of those mesh seed trays. You can do that. I don't know. I tried unblocking you, but your profile disappeared. Palm Nation. Maybe Axel Cradle on your Facebook friend. Oh, right. That's right. I forgot about him, Jane. Thanks for reminding me. I'm going to ask him if I can get some koa wood seed from him. There's also a guy messaged me the other day, Greg, in Texas, and he harvested a bunch of camarop seed. And I said, I'll trade. He wanted to trade. So he messaged me and he's interested in some hybrid palm seeds from here. So I'm gonna send him some hybrid seeds, which I harvested today, but I'm not going to ship them until another couple of weeks for some camarop seed from Texas. Yeah, there is somebody cloning my name on here. So who's the troll who called her that? Somebody from Ohio, but I know who it is, so it's okay. Do you coast redwoods? Yeah, I took a picture of them today. We have two big coast redwood trees in our yard. We have the Aptos blue, which is really blue, and we have the green form. They're about 70 feet tall, I guess. I planted them when they were babies. It's okay. Yep, it's fine. Yeah, it's good, Ryan. We're here to investigate Project Manifest. Let's just see. What do we have? Do you grow coast redwoods? Yes, we do. Sequoia sempervirens. Somebody from Ohio. I have their phone number, but I've already given the phone number out on my video that I shot, and I have their other phone number, and I can put their address on here, but I'm not going to do that right now. If they phone again, their address is going on here, and I'm going to try to get somebody to pay them a visit for me, which would be even better. Do you know what zone cordylines can withstand? They're hardy down to 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Where in Canada do redwoods grow? Here on the coast. Coast redwoods, there's big redwoods, Sequoiadendron giganteum, which are native to the Sierra Nevadas, and there's also the coast redwoods on the coast of southern Oregon and northern California, and they grow here just fine. So they don't like extremes of cold. The inland redwood, big trees, will take more cold, but they're still, I don't think they're hardy anywhere in the east. Maybe in Nova Scotia they might work because on the coast of Nova Scotia, because monkey puzzle will grow there in some areas. Cordylines are long-term zone 9 plant. Investigate those trolls, Project Underground. Jonathan Bittinger, Bigfoot Squad is. Yeah, it's all in one. I know. Lots of aliases, unfortunately. Have you ever experimented with Musa? No, I've never done that one. I've done Musa sycamensis, Musa velutina, Musella laciocarpa, and Musa Helen's hybrid. And you know what's still standing? Musa Baj. You've been growing them since '89. There's a blue Prochardia. Ooh, hey Jane, I like it. I like a blue Prochardia. I'm thinking about Bismarckia and doing winter protection with heat. Wow, cool. Well, let me know how it goes. Bismarckia nobilis is one of the most beautiful palms, fan palms, and there's lots of them in Hawaii. No, I don't think Bismarckia will survive in London. It's too cool and wet in the wintertime. I don't think they would like that. Yeah, unfortunately, I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, there's let's see, YouTube is getting it. Yeah, I know. This is Betty Clyde's wife. This is Betty Clyde's wife. Betty. Right on, Betty. You're awesome. Bismarck. What are you guys having for dinner, Betty? I bet you guys are having some sort of. You're gonna have a duck. You're maybe going to have a swan. There's going to be meat in your diet tonight, like there's meat in our diet tonight. We're having ribs, right? Ribs and potatoes and broccoli, and maybe a salad. I don't know. Wendy's doing it right now. She's making dinner tonight. But I bet you guys are having some sort of wild bird that he got. How about mourning dove, pigeon? That's supposed to be good too. There's hardy avocado that grows here, palms, but it doesn't have fruit. There's a big one growing in a guy's garden. It's more of an ornamental one, and it is never evergreen. But there are citrus here. And matter of fact, a guy pulled up the other day from the plant farm, Jeff, and he had an orange citrus in his hand, and they are ripening. So he did get citrus off his trees here. Let's just see, Bismarck. Yeah, we found out the Troll's address and yeah, that's great. Yeah, we have the Troll's address and phone numbers too, so they can keep it up. We have citrus trees. There's citrus trees here on Salt Spring Island. You can see my videos of them. We have a kumquat outside full of kumquats right now too. We've eaten 3 kumquats off of it. Let's just see. I'm reading all your comments. There's just so many comments in here. The stream is going really well so far. Yeah, we've had some trolls in there. That's okay. Let them have their fun. I don't think they've been too bad. Was white with dreamy eyes the troll that... No. No, it wasn't. White with dreamy eyes is definitely not a troll. Have you? No, I've never been to the Smoky Mountains, but I've talked to the Smoky Mountains a lot of times on my radios, on my two-way radios. Wonder what the trolls are eating. I wonder what they're eating. Palms USA. Are Trachycarpus fruitana a good palm to grow in? I've seen them there. Matter of fact, when I was staying in Anaheim, there was a short street lined with Trachycarpus palms, and I'm like, wow, they didn't look very good. They were probably all about maybe 15 feet tall, and the leaves were kind of dried out on the end, the fronds. So I'm just guessing it's too warm there all the time for something. But I mean, they were there. They were okay, but they look better in northern, cooler climates. Trust me. Jonathan fears me. Jonathan does not bother me in the least bit. My mandarin are currently starting to ripen here in the highlands of Mexico. Awesome. Lucky you. Lucky you, man. That would be a good place to be, in the highlands of Mexico. Yeah. Yeah, like I say, we haven't had any frost here yet. And I don't know when we're going to get it. It varies at different parts of our island. Like there's areas of our island that have had a lot of frost already. There was frost on the island last night in areas, but nothing here. Let's just see. Yes, he is from the volunteer state. Palm Nation is Jonathan Bittinger. Hi, I'm from Germany. I have a Trekkiosaurus right in my backyard. Totally cool. Yeah, there's lots of palm trees in Germany. I've seen some big palm trees in Germany. Matter of fact, I have palm trees growing in our garden from seed collected from me in Germany, but the seed was collected in southern Germany by now, near Lake Constance. Let's just see. Montgomery, what zone, Thomas? There's some mild growing areas in Germany. I don't have Nova. We don't have Nova in our garden, but it grows over in Victoria. My friend has some big ones in his garden. They're about 20 feet tall. No, there's lots of palm trees in Dublin, Ireland. There's palm trees all over Ireland, believe it or not. Yeah. Yeah, there's palm trees definitely in Germany. Sandor, hey, how's it going? It's kind of a fun live stream there. We've had some trolls in here. We've had the regulars in here. And I guess the trolls are kind of regulars now. They're actually kind of regular people here. There are tall palms in Germany. You can, I've seen lots of pictures of palm trees growing in Germany, big ones. Google palm trees in Germany images, and they will come up for sure. Jonathan, there are palm trees in Switzerland. Go to YouTube and enter palm trees in Switzerland. Palm trees in Locarno or Lugano. There are so many palm trees in Switzerland, lots of them. Phoenix robusta, Washingtonia robusta, Washingtonia flifera, Brahia armata, Brahia edulis, Putia capitata, Trachycarpus. There's so many of them there. Yes, the trolls love me. I guess that's why they're here. So maybe it's a good thing to have them. Is there any way you know? Nope. You can only tell when they flower, unfortunately, Uriel. They have to flower. I've got videos on how to see the difference, to tell the difference between Trachycarpus, the flowers. Palm tree, dude. I've seen Canarians in Paris. Wow, cool. That's awesome. I've seen Trachycarpus fortuna in Paris. I've never been to Italy, but I've seen pictures to Paris, France. I've seen pictures. I've never been there myself. I've never been to Europe. Sandor, hello, Dave. Is Jubea? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. There is Jubea growing in. There is Jubea growing in Germany too, because I've seen pictures of them many years ago. Do sable seeds need to be nicked? No, I don't nick them at all. Just plant them. What zone is Germany? Since there are many tall palms there, I'm guessing zone 8A. Some areas of Germany. Ontario, southern Switzerland has massive. They do. I have seeds from it. I have a palm tree in our garden, a Jubea chilensis, that I grew from seed collected in Locarno, Switzerland. Betty's making spaghetti for supper. Okay, that's what we had 2 nights ago. That's what Wendy made. I bet you Betty is a good cook. I'm guessing Betty is a super good cook. So you're a hunter, and I think you're probably a pretty good cook too, Clyde. But I'm guessing your wife is a really good cook. Oh, it looks like you have to wait many years then. Yeah, you have to wait 10 or 11 years, they'll flower. Winter Western advisories are in effect for East Tennessee right now, just Smoky Mountain. Yeah, up in the mountains. I mean, even the mountains here get snow on them too. There's probably snow up on them right now. There's no snow here on Salt Spring, but on the mountains there's skiing open up in Whistler, but that's a long way from here. Message me, Spaghetti Nintendo. Get hit by a Spaghetti Nintendo. Cool. Did you assume my wife is a good cook? No, I'm just guessing. I think Wendy's a good cook, so I'm assuming because you're a hunter, she's probably cooks up a lot of wild game and stuff like that. She's probably got some good recipes. So I'm assuming she's a good cook. I was just mistaken. It's like Hal, when we go over to Hal's Saloon, Michelle is like an amazing cook. Like she just cooks everything and it's so good. The least cold palm tree in the world, maybe Cyrostactes renda or Nipa fruticans, one of the real tropical ones, right? They're only going to grow in the tropics, like most of the tropical ones. Pigafetta is one of the fastest growing palms native to South America, but any of those really tropical ones on the equator, they're going to be probably the least hardy. At low elevations of the equator, they're going to be the least hardy. I was just mistaken for a troll here. Do you know what zone Germany is since they're tall palms? Let's just see. I'm reading all your color burn in the 40s. Yeah, I figured so. Those are the lipstick palm or the sealing wax palm, they call them. Lantanias are nice. They look like they're kind of hardy. They would be hardy. There's some nice lantanias growing in Maui, and I have videos of them here. They have big seeds on them. There's 2 growing in front of the fire hall in South Kihei, and they're awesome. I love lantania. Like that's one palm I would grow if I lived in the tropics. It would be cool. Well, a barbecue chicken. Oh no, don't tell. That sounds awesome. Duck Killer Clyde will have barbecue chicken, swan nuggets, and potato. Oh, that sounds so good, man. I'm starving. Like I am super hungry right now, and I haven't had lunch, so I'm really looking forward to dinner. See you later, GD Gardens and Palm Trees. Nice seeing you in there. No, Germany is not tropical. But if there's an island in southern Germany, there's a lot of palm trees grow there called Mainau. It's in Lake Constant. There's an island down there with this castle kind of like thing on it. Google it. It's Lake Constance. I think that's spelled with a K. It's a lot of palm trees grow down there. Malm Nation zone are you in? Here in West is MBA day, but it's mild. Palms USA Trucking Concern have natural. Yes, they have. They've naturalized all over Switzerland. There's a video I saw years ago called "Palm Trees Conquer the North" in Switzerland. After dinner, we'll have a wet. Do I get to use the mist bottle? Sweet. What types of agaves and co would you suggest in 8B? Agave Perrii. You could do agave Americana. Jeff's got a huge agave Americana, that a not variegated one. Fast draining soil is the key. Agave Utahensis. There's a lot of hardy agaves. You might want to Google hardy agave. I'm not an agave expert. We have a lot of agaves growing here, though. Union County, Tennessee, 7A. Yeah, lots of sables can grow down there for sure. And there's Trachycarpus that grow in Tennessee. Hell with the missile. He's hardcore. Duck Killer Clyde. That's funny. They make a good video too, but it'd have to be on restricted setting. What types of agaves would you suggest for AB? Yeah, try some of the hardier ones, Uriel. Utahensis, Agave Perrii. I don't know all the other names of the agaves, but there's lots of hardy agaves that can take sub-zero or at least temperatures down into the lower single digits Fahrenheit as long as you're in well-draining soil. Sable Miner. Nice, thanks for intro. What other palms beside make it here without protection in 8A? Sable Minor, Rapido Philomester. Yeah, Jonathan's right. Jonathan Bittinger, Sable Minor, and Needle Palm. Let's see, what other one would be really hard? I mean, you could try Trachycarpus fortunae in a sheltered spot. There's big Trachycarpus fortunae growing here in 8A, southeast of Vancouver. And I planted some of them 30 years ago, and they're 25 feet tall now or more. They're big. I have videos of them. They're huge. They're planted as seedlings, locally grown. So I would try Trachycarpus in zone 8A. Keep it in a sheltered spot out of the wind. But Jonathan's right. Needle palm, sable minor are good ones. It's a great Palms USA. Sable Minor is an absolutely awesome palm tree. I love it. It's one of my favorites. I have, there's lots of them in our garden, and they do well here. One of ours flowered years ago. It was a Sable Minor from McCurtain, but now it's growing in shade and it hasn't flowered since. So maybe our other ones will flower in a few years. I've grown a lot of them from seed. I have a lot of them in the greenhouse. So, but yeah. Anyway, looks like the live stream's going good. I think maybe some of the trolls have gone, or maybe they're just kind of sandybagging. Sandybagging is watching on the side and they're not saying anything, or they want to jump in at the right moment. Really, they haven't been that bad, but I know who the troll is. So anyway, which one does grow faster? Trachycarpus grows really fast here. You see the video of my friend Mike's Trachycarpus in 19 years is 30 feet tall. Planted in 2001 as one of my seedlings beside his house, 30 feet tall. The warmest part of Tennessee would probably be the southern parts of Tennessee. I wish well, they grow faster in the south. They grow slower up here, but they definitely grow faster in the south, Sam. Sable Minor. And needle palms definitely grow faster in the south, too. So anyway, folks, I don't know how much longer I'm going to do this live stream. The live stream seemed to be working really, really well. And, look what do we got here? Is Dixonia the only type of tree? No, there's Dixonia fibrosa, scrosa, and Antarctica grow here on Salt Spring Island, Montgomery pollen. Dr. Killer, the best thing for Trachycarpus is, yes, Clyde is right. They love summer irrigation. If you irrigate them and have them in decent soil or even clayish soil, some people plant them in sandy soil, irrigate them, they'll grow a lot faster. Yeah, Palm Nation is in southwest, so he's in the southwestern part of the volunteer state, and they get very hot, humid summers there. So Sable Minor, Needle Palm, and I think Sable Palmetto should be tried there. Sable Cross Brazoriensis, Serenal Repens should be tried there. There's Trachycarpus there. Any of those ones that love the southern heat and love that humidity. Sable Palmetto grows well in Tennessee, especially in Memphis. I have seen massive 30-foot cover. Cool. Yeah, I've seen Sable Palmetto growing in Tennessee too. There's a video of it. I don't know if it's still there, but it's a big one. The guy's brushing snow off it. The video came out years ago. I mean, the video could be 10 years old. It'd be interesting to see if it's still there, but it's a big palmetto. We need an update on the Nanotil you got for me. Oh, Nanotil. They're a nice palm, and they're very hardy too. I always think of Spanish moss should be. Yeah, it could grow there easily. It grows in Seattle, south here, so it'll definitely grow here. Oh, cool. You saw the video right on. Palms USA, Palm Nation, Sam. There's an 8A pockets. Cool. Palm Nation. What subspecies do you have in the garden? I have Dixonia antarctica palms. We have a lot of tree ferns. I think we have a dozen tree ferns. Okay, so 2 of them are Cyathea cooperi. They're still outside in pots. When it gets really cold, I'm going to throw them into the basement. Then I'm going to put them back out when the cold leaves. The biggest Dixonia we have, you can see, is the one with 6 feet of trunk on it, and I planted that in April 1994. It is Dixonia antarctica, and it was imported from Tasmania in September 1991. Okay, and I still have the newspaper clipping when that shipment of them came in from Tasmania. So it's done very well. White with dreamy eyes, not this Palm Nation. Sure thing, they're happy, slow, but that weather is cooler. Yeah. They like cooler weather, that is for sure. Okay, Paul, take care, buddy. Nice to see you in there. Paul's a good guy. I've known Paul a long time. He used to be in my neighborhood when I lived on the mainland. Really good guy. Matter of fact, I gave him one of my antennas to use when he got into radio back in the day, and unfortunately a tree fell on that antenna. But the good thing nobody was hurt, but the antenna was hurt. BJ, do you think a Waggy Fortunae grows quickly? I think they're a little slower than a straight Fortunae, but they certainly look nicer. I mean, the fronds on them are really nice. But you know what? The thing is, I don't water mine enough. They're quite neglected. So maybe, Clyde, if you watered them enough and they were in good soil, they might grow as fast. It's just that mine are quite neglected, growing down in behind the greenhouse in quite a bit of shade, but they look okay. Uriel, would you know any providers for Washington in the mainland on the island? Probably some of the nurseries, maybe Maple Leaf Nursery, maybe Cedar Rim Nursery in Langley would have them, I bet. Would you really like my hands on some California? Yeah, Uriel, they're not hardy here. You'd have to protect them in the winter because they hate our wet winters. Trust me, I've experimented with lots of different types of hardy palms here over the years, right? And I've grown lots of them. When I lived in southwest corner of Langley, I grew over 1,000 Washingtonia robusta and over 1,000 Flifera, and neither of them are long-term palms here. Washingtonia Flifera really hate our cool, wet winters. They're good in St. George, Utah, and they're good in Salt Lake City, Utah, with protection when it gets cold. Cool. I was asking about Dickia does well. Yeah, we got a lot of them in our garden, and I think I just uploaded a video on those. I'm pretty sure I uploaded a video on Dickia the other day. Do Washington Butia self-pollinate? Washingtonia, I think, do. Butia, yeah, I think they do. Try Cedar Rim Nursery, Uriel. Russ Bruce, the owner's a good guy. Duck Killer, I've been really dumping water on a few of the easy irrigate plants. It's unbelievable. It is mind-blowing. And also, Clyde, if you fertilize them, I find that fertilizer that Wendy and I have been using, that Miracle Grow that hooks up to the hose, you give them a shot of fertilizer with every week or so, and it really makes a difference. People try Washington Robusta here all the time. Yeah, they'll get big here. I've seen them. When I'm talking big, I've seen some with 10 feet of trunk. There was one here on Salt Spring Island, and I had it featured at least 2 times in Hardy Palm International many moons ago. I'm thinking it might have been a filibuster, never protected. Okay, went through quite a few winters, and it used to look pretty beat up after a crappy winter, but it would still always regenerate quite a few fronds growing in a hot spot here on Salt Spring. My friend sold the place, and the new people cut the palm down. They got somebody to cut it down for them. It had a big trunk on it. It was thick at the base too. It was a beautiful palm, and I still have the journals. I'll have to dig out the journals sometime and show you. I have all my palm journals. I've been in the Palm Society a long, long time, and I saved all the palm journals. I'll have to, when I do a live stream sometime, I'll try to find that, and I'll show you. Just like the Cordyline, I found here it is. Hey, check this out. The Cordyline at the Port of Sydney Marina. So I used to write the weekly garden column here years ago in the paper. Right there's one of the papers we used to have here. It's called the Barnacle. So it's funny. So I'm going back here to 1999. Okay, so close to 22 years now. And one of my garden columns was on Cordylines. I used to always write about exotic plants, and mostly exotic plants. There it is right there. And then lo and behold, there's a picture of the Cordyline right there with my ex-wife standing beside it. And there's me in the picture up there. There's my garden column. And there is the Cordyline at the Port of Sydney about 22, just going on close to 22 years ago. Isn't that crazy? That was like the spring of 1999. Isn't that wild? And that Cordyline is still there, and it is absolutely massive. So that's one of my garden columns. I did a lot of garden columns. I did garden columns for about 4 years, something like that. And then I got busy with other projects, so no more garden columns. But anyway, it's still there. Let's just see. What do we got here? Yeah, I should roll pretty soon. It's getting like we did a live stream for 1 hour and 43. It's kind of nice that there's no B&B guests here. It's not nice for Wendy because that's part of her income, but no B&B guests here, so the internet's a lot better. Pizza. Oh, I like pizza too. Hey, Clyde, do you like pizza? Oh, Wendy and I made some pizza last week, and it was absolutely awesome. Wendy makes awesome pizza. The way we make it, she gets the flat wraps, and then you put some pasta sauce on it, and then you load it up with all your stuff. We put mushrooms on it, onions. You can put olives on it. She put sausages, whatever you want. It's awesome. Pizza is great. Yeah. What zone are palm tree do? What zone are Cordylines hardy again to? Zone 9A. They're a long-term Zone 9A plant. In Zone 8B, they'll get pretty big in Zone 8B, but they will eventually freeze down. But they'll come back up again. What was the name of your ex when you did split? Her name was Hillary. My ex's name was Hillary. We're married for over 26 years and a very nice lady. And we are still friends. We have 3 kids together. So very nice. She just lives on the Big Island, not too far from me. And all my kids are on the Big Island too. So what? Can I hear you? Oh, Wendy's doing a lot. Wendy's talking, I think, doing a FaceTime with her sister. Why did I dump her? No, I didn't dump her and she didn't dump me. It's funny, as we grew older, I mean, I've known her since she was 14 or 15 years old. Her brother, one of her brothers was my best friend with her other older brother too. But as we grew older, it's weird apart. We just kind of grew apart. It's kind of sad. You know, we always got along. We never even argued. We always got along, but we more became more like friends, right? And maybe we just weren't happy in the relationship anymore. So she was kind of done with Hawaii, and I'm never going to get sick of Hawaii. And she really wanted to move off of Salt Spring Island, and I didn't want to move off of Salt Spring Island because I like Salt Spring Island. So we just decided to uh, split up. And then I met Wendy and this and that, and it was all good. And she met a guy, and they have more of a connection. You know what I mean? She has more of a connection with him, and I have more of a connection with Wendy. And man, we even went to the divorce together. I moved in with Wendy, and then my ex picked me up at Wendy's place, and we drove down to the divorce place together. My ex and I, we did the divorce thing. She saved us money on it. She's good like that. And then I took her out for Chinese food after, and then she dropped me off back at Wendy. So yeah, she's friends with Wendy too. We even all went to my son's grad together. It's great. We're all friends. It's good. Shoot it with a 12 gauge. That's the problem with 8B, 9A. Tropical grows fine and occasionally hard. Yeah, that's the thing. 8B, I lived in 8A, 8B, my last location, and then I moved here, which is mostly 9A at this end of the island. But every so often, it seems about once every decade or so, we fall back into Zone 8B, the high end of Zone 8B. So, yeah, Palms USA. Wendy's a great gal. She is a really nice lady. Never gets mad, you know. She's just really calm. She's kind of zenish. Yeah, she's kind of, I'm going to say kind of earthy, but yet redneckish too. It's kind of weird. She's got this earthy side, and then she's got this redneck side. You know what I mean? So it's bizarre. And me, I'm more redneck. But I mean, there's good rednecks, and I think there's maybe more bad rednecks. So, like the van in town, I believe was torched by rednecks. We have a lot of rednecks here on Salt Spring Island, and I think they got sick and tired of the van just sitting there, so they torched it, right? So I'm guessing. That's my guess. But anyway, yeah, Wendy's a cool chick, and my ex was a cool chick too. She was a great gal. My ex and I were married on Hawaii. We were married on the island of Oahu in the summer of '86, and Wendy and I were married on the island of Maui. You know what I said to my wife? See my tattoos here. I got all the islands. I got all the islands here. You see, and I got my kids' names on my arm there, right? So there's Samantha, Trevor, and Ryan. Ryan's the oldest, and then Samantha's the middle, and then Trevor's the youngest. And all my kids were conceived in Hawaii, right? And I said to Wendy, I said, if I get married again, I'm gonna have to pick another island. That's the only time I think she smacked me in the back of the head. The van video was crazy. Yeah, isn't that wild? Pretty crazy. It's still sitting there. The van is still sitting on the side of the road, charred out ruins of a van. Just don't become a Florida man. Yeah, no. I've been to Florida once. I mean, I think Florida's nice, but it's not my cup of tea. I heard my guidance counselor says there's windmill palms and there's lots of palm trees in Japan. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Most of the winters 9A, occasionally 9A dead. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing, eh? Sometimes, I mean, when we get down into an 8B winter, it does damage the 9A stuff. It does. It's not good for it, or it kills it. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I've met a lot of nice Florida people, and I meet them often in Hawaii too. Believe it or not, I said, "Why are you in Hawaii when you live in Florida?" Because they want to test Hawaii out, and they absolutely love Hawaii. But the ones I met from Florida are really nice people. I like people from here. There's jerks you can meet anywhere. There's Canadians that are total jerks. There's Americans that are total jerks. There's Chinese people that are total jerks, and there's nice people in all of those nationalities too, right? So there's always going to be a few bad apples in the bunch. And I've met my fair share of jerks here on this side of the border. Trust me. Florida is a magnificent palms, royal coconut. Yeah, they have everything down there, especially southern Florida. Palms. Ohio gets them. Yeah, I know. I can tell by the trolls. I love Florida. I wish half of it was. Yeah, I know. That's why I love Maui. I love Maui's got to be one of the most beautiful places. Palm tree, dude. Brian, about 2 months ago, I went to Vegas. Yeah, there's palms there. Wendy's been to Vegas too. I because her mom used to have a place down in Arizona, so they drive down there. Sold the place in Palm Desert. Her mom had a condo in Palm Desert, sold it, and then went down to Arizona. So they'd go to they'd stop through Las Vegas. I've never been to Vegas. I've never been to Arizona either. It gets to -20. I believe it. There's a lot of palm trees in Japan. You should go to Florida Panhandle and Bay. Seems like different state. That's interesting, eh? That's the Panhandle where it gets cold. Like Tallahassee can get really cold. Do you think people in China eat Kit Kat? You mean kitty cat? I like Kit Kat chocolate bars. No mountains in Florida. That's one thing I don't like about Florida. It's too flat for me. I like mountains, man. I like topography that's like this. So a lot of people come from the prairies here, and it's weird because there's so many mountains here, and they feel kind of claustrophobic. Yeah, because you're not that far from Florida. See, ours is actually influenced here a lot by the States because we're pretty close to the US, and about a third of our population here on the island are American. There's still tons of American plates here. When you drive through town, you'll see a lot of American plates here. Saw one from New Mexico the other day. I really like humid. Yeah, some people do like humid, and that's all they're really used to. I think I would like Duck Killer Clyde. I think I would like Reno better than Vegas too. It's flat as a pancake here in South. Yeah, but there's also mountains. Isn't there the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee? Right? Correct? Florida Panhandle is my opinion much better, Sam, than South Florida. Cool. Yeah, it's pretty rare that we get the humidity here. I think there's a couple of days last summer where it was a bit humid. Feel like I can breathe better in the hot, humid. I think breathing in the humidity is probably better for you. That's why some people put a humidifier in. I just had a connection problem for like what? So you're getting a connection problem today. The internet's working fabulous here, and Wendy's actually on the internet FaceTime with her sister. Reno is sadly turning. That's too bad, Brian. Aria, would you like to go to Reno? Yeah, I would like to see Reno. I think it'd be kind of cool. I'm not really a gambler, but the only time I've really gambled is I gambled once at a casino in Langley when I was over there on a business trip. It was at nighttime. And then I've been on 4 cruises. Okay. So every cruise I've been on, I've gambled and I won on 2 of them. Not big though. Palm Nation feel like Tennessee is true south. You want to go PC of that. Interesting. Have you ever been to? No, but my cousin lives in New Mexico. He moved there from Hawaii about 20 years ago, maybe just less than 20 years ago. Clyde, 7 more days of my 30-day Facebook. Oh, you got suspended? I've been suspended from Facebook at least 3 times, maybe 4 times. I get home from work and try to get on for Facebook, and I couldn't get log in. I was suspended. Somebody didn't like a picture I posted, so I got busted. I guess it was the Facebook police. There's Facebook police, and there's also YouTube police. So got to watch what you post here because you don't want to lose your account. That's the thing. I don't want to lose that. So any video that's a little edgy, I usually put on my other channel, and then I put it age restricted. So I have a lot of age restricted videos on my other channel. Mostly the videos were taken at Little Beach on Maui, right? Yeah. So anyway, you want to see age restricted videos, you have to go to my other channel, Jungle Joe C. And I've had that for a long time. There's my friend Mike in Pennsylvania, Kiss the Baby. Yeah, it's been a long time since I kissed a baby though, because my kids are all grown up. Yeah, my cousin lives in New Mexico. He lived in Hawaii for 10 years, Big Island, and then Oahu. Not in this part of the state. The closest thing we have to mountains are the 10. Yeah, but how about the Smoky Mountains? How big are they? Are they pretty big? Because when I'm talking to people in Tennessee, they usually say, sometimes I talk to people who say, this is Smoky Mountains, Tennessee. Get dark here, Prince George. Really? It's light out here, man. It's going to be dark soon. There's outside there. It's still light out here on Salt Spring Island. And what you're looking at there is eucalyptus trees. Those are eucalyptus trees. When I look out the window, I see a lot of flowering fatsia trees. Are you in the guy? Yeah, that is the guy that had the tall palm in Pennsylvania that died in the vortex. He planted in 1988 and it was like 20 feet tall. But he's got a big needle palm, and I think sable minor and bananas. Blast off. Not a baby, like I said. It's hello, greeting, kiss the baby. Cool. Highest mountain. See, 6,500 feet are big. Those are high mountains. The highest mountain here on Salt Spring Island is just over 2,300. Smokies, 6,684 feet. See, it would get cold up there in the Smokies. Hey, you got to go up to the Smoky Mountains. This is what Zach's got to do. You got to go, and that's what I want to do on our mountains. I want to visit the Buddhist retreat and take a palm tree up there, some razorback palms and some seed and spread them around. There are lots of palm trees in New Mexico. Yes, there are. There are Washingtonia flifera growing there. Truth or Consequences, El Magordo. I've got seed from there. There's in New Mexico, in Albuquerque too. Is there a Niseko? I'm not too sure if there is, Jason. Not too sure about that. You know what? I have a friend that just moved to, he's one of my Facebook friends, and he lived on Salt Spring. He just recently moved to Japan a few months ago. I'm going to ask him if he can get me some palm seed. Sun just went down. No, still bright, still light out here. A few here in Albuquerque. Yeah, Albuquerque, there are, my uncle went to New Mexico to visit cousin, and he loved it there. Absolutely loved it. Smoky Mountains have a rainforest. Cool, that's awesome. Palms USA. You got to like that. We do have a rainforest up here. I don't live in the rainforest part of BC, but there are rainforest parts of BC. Everybody assume it rains here 365 days of the year. The fact is we're in a rain shadow here in the Gulf Islands, so 30 to 35 inches annually of precipitation. Last year we were 28 inches of precipitation. But that's going to change in the spring if you get a hold of trachea seeds. Yeah, cool. Benny, I get a lot of trachea seeds. I haven't even started harvesting yet. I just harvested the hybrids today. I would 250 feet's a good elevation. I'm about I think I'm 150, 160 here. I could tell on the cell phone from work when I bring, it's got the altimeter in. Olympic National Parks rainforest. Yeah, they're nice. Check out the West Coast rainforest too, just north of that here in Vancouver Island. Do you have a zone 10? No, there's no zone 10 in BC. Highest zone here is 9A. Go to my channel and watch the video I shot of the growing zones in British Columbia, the zone map. Do you know if Fatsia naturalizes in? No, not here it doesn't. I've never seen a naturalized Fatsia here, and we have tons of Fatsia. Yeah, I'm not sure what your average rainfall is, Mike, in Reading, Pennsylvania, near Reading, but you could look it out. Look it up. Seattle is around 37 inches, I think, in Seattle, something like that. Same in the Pacific Rim. Yeah, Pacific Rim. It rains about 12 feet a year over in the rainforest of British Columbia. Sam, I just looked up some mountains in the Smoky, 85 inches. That is interesting. That's what Brookings, Oregon gets. I think Brookings, Oregon's, see, the trolls in there again. It's funny that the moderator's not in here today. I wonder what this guy's problem is. Do you see that guy in there? Unofficial rainforest, yeah, 60 inches. I wish we got 60 inches. Hey, Palm Nation, you see this guy right here, TEQ_KLAPZ? Yeah. Yeah, see you later, White with Dreamy Eyes. Take care. Moderator's a dude that lives over in Ontario. He used to live here. And yeah, not good. I'm going to... I actually have another moderator here as well. Palm Nation is also a moderator here too. Believe it or not, Palm Nation, you are a moderator here as well on these live streams. I know in the summer it rains more in the summer. Yeah, so our winter, see, if it was opposite here, if the Pacific Northwest was dry in the wintertime and wet in the summertime, like Locarno or Lugano, Switzerland, we'd be able to grow way more palms. But because our winters are cool and damp, we're restricted in what we can grow here palm-wise. Sorry, Ryan, I already have 2 moderators. Maybe one day, Ryan. Sam, we get a lot of rain for summer thunderstorms, an inch rain. Wow, cool. That's good for the garden. How often do you get a live stream? How often do you do a live stream? Oh, thanks for the joining in, Palm USA. I try to do one a week. Yeah, Palm Nation. Now, Palm Nation, see, when Palm Nation's in there, his name is Blue, and you got a big old frickin' wrench beside your name, Palm Nation. So you can do what you want. So there you go. There we go. So he can. So he sees these punks in here. Problem solved. Thank you, Palm Nation. That's why there's moderators, right? So that's why he's got the big wrench in there. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. Saves me doing it. Anyway, thanks for joining in the live stream. I'll go for, yes, thanks, Zach. I'll go for a little bit longer, and I'm getting really hungry. I'm kind of craving. I know I'm craving. I mean, Wendy's making ribs tonight. Usually she does crock pot ribs, but she's gonna, and we're not even doing them in the barbecue. She's gonna do them in the oven. But I'm thinking now of swan nuggets. I'm thinking of what Clyde's going to be having for dinner. He's going to have pasta, but when he said swan nuggets, I really want to try some swan now. Ribs are good. She's got a big flipping rack of ribs, and they are going to be yummy because she puts a good sauce with them. So when I go down to Oregon, I'm definitely going to visit Duck Killer Clyde. And I really need to get to the Oregon coast one day. So whenever they open up the flipping borders, they've been closed for a long time, right, guys? I mean, it's a bummer. It really is. And I used to love taking road trips to the Oregon coast. And a lot of times we'd drive down I-5 as well and then head over to the coast. So I think I would have to drive down I-5 if I wanted to visit Duck Killer Clyde, right? So you're inland. I believe you're quite a ways inland. And I don't know how far you are from Salem or Eugene, or let's see, Roseburg or Medford. I don't know how far inland you are from those places, but I'm guessing you're a bit inland from there, east of there. Film some Oregon king palms. I have a lot of photos from the Oregon coast, and they're in my photo album, okay? 30 north of Salem. Okay, cool. Yeah, I had a friend that lived in Salem for years. Now he moved to Norway. He's in southern Norway. Clyde's in a pretty good growing zone. I think Clyde's in zone 8B there. And they get the heat too. Lots of heat. I have a plan to surprise visit. Cool. That'd be awesome. Well, that's not very far from here. Maybe you got to make it more north trip too. Palm Nation. Can a Kencha survive spear pull? Not too sure. We have two Kencha. I think you might be a little warmer than that, though, eh, Clyde? Maybe 8A then, because your palm trees look flawless. Can Kencha survive spear pull? I'm going to say not. Palms. We have two Kencha palms in pots for 23 years now. Could a cold hardy? No, never. There's no cold hardy coconut will survive north of probably Newport Beach, California. That would be my guess. That was the northernmost palm in the Western Hemisphere. In the north was in Newport Beach. You can still Google photos of it. We had a brush fire that almost turned into ooh. I know there's some bad fires near Duck Killer Clyde too. I saw his videos of them, and that was scary. So I'm glad you were okay down there. It was sad about the mom and her son. I don't know. Did the son make it? I think the mom died trying to save him. Oh, there we go. Palm Nation's awesome. You see, he's a good moderator. Phoenix and Medford have lots. Yeah, there's. I've seen pictures of Washingtonia growing in Medford, in Oregon. Oregon's an amazing state, an amazing climate because it varies from east to west and north to south. And like I say, once you get into Brookings, Gold Beach and Brookings, it really is the banana belt of the Oregon coast. Zone 9B, some people think it's Zone 10. I've seen queen palms, like I say. I've seen Norfolk Island pine, which is Araucaria heterophylla, and Archaeopteryx cunninghamiana and Cygus romanzophianum. I've seen huge, they're all over the place, as Yucca gigantea, and massive date palms. The date palms in Oregon, in Brookings, Oregon, are huge, and they're huge in Gold Beach. Brian Lowry. Brian Lowry better watch it because we have a good moderator in here, and he's on the ball. Palm tree dude. Because we know one of the Lowrys was a troll. Palm tree dude. My mom tried to call you for needle palms. Cool. Yeah, they are massive. I got pictures of me trying to hug one. I go up to this guy. He's out in the front yard, and I says, "Hey, can I take a picture of your palm tree?" He says, "Yeah, come over here. Come and look at this palm. Super nice guy. This is in Brookings, Oregon." I got a picture of me standing beside it, and it was massive. I could not get my arms around the trunk. He said when they bought the place in '76, the palm was there. So another time, let's see, deleted by Palm Nation. Thank you, Palm Nation. Palm Nation. Palm Nation to man. So anyway, I'm standing out front of this yard, and this is another date palm I'm looking up. It had to be 60 feet tall, absolutely massive crown on it. This is in Brookings Harbor, Oregon, and I'm looking at this thing and I'm taking pictures. And this old lady comes out. She says, "Can I help you?" And I says, "Man, this palm is amazing. Tell me about it. What can you tell me about this palm tree?" And she says, "I planted that palm tree in 1954." That's what she told me. Really nice lady. She had to have been 80. I know she's long gone now because that was 2004, the last time I was there. She says, "There's a bigger one down the road." So I went down there. She says, "That one I planted there as well." And it was just, oh, just to die for. But I wasn't shooting YouTube videos back then. I wish I did. Brian Lowry, what did I do? Zach is awesome. Have you seen many Gary Oaks? Oh God, we have Gary Oaks everywhere here. We have lots of them in our garden, smaller ones, but they're protected here. There's huge ones all over the place. Lots of big Gary Oaks on Salisbury. Quercus garryana. Some of the ones I planted 20 years ago are maybe not even as tall as me yet. Palm Nation is a very good moderator. He's doing his job and just nuking these guys left and right. You know what I mean? It's just awesome. Yeah, there's so many Gary Oaks here, Uriel, and arbutus trees. You should see the arbutus trees on our property. I think you got mixed up with some. Can a Chinese fan palm? Yes, in a sheltered spot. There was two down growing in Penny Farthing Drive in Vancouver, Granville Island. They survived for 20 years. Gerard planted them in 1989. They're going up against a building under an overhang. And the gardener decided they're getting too big for their britches, and he told the owner of the apartment complex they had to be removed. Long story short, they got removed, which is very sad. They were featured in HPI many times, and I have photos of them. I'm looking for needle palms. Yeah, online you'll definitely get some, or one of these guys in here might have needle palm. Benjamin. Yes, we got the troll, Benjamin. We get the troll, and we have helpers in there as well that get the trolls. There's a lot of good people out there that don't like trolls, and we're going to keep on getting the trolls. It's a mission to destroy the trolls. Duck Killer Clyde. I don't know if I get more excited for duck season or garden. I mean, I like gardening season. I'm not a hunter, but Wendy and I are going to get our tags, our tickets, so we can get you know what I mean. So we're going to join the R&G club, and we're going to get our license. We want to learn to do some hunting, man. I think in this day and age, it's a good thing to learn how to hunt. Needle palms are totally hardy, Jonas. Jonas Bettinger. Look at all these Bettingers in here. I'm really not getting this, that there's all these Bettingers. But Jonathan has one in Ohio. Someone grew Chinese fans in Maryland and they died back. There's a big one growing in Solomon's Island. I think they call it Solomon's Island, Maryland, St. Solomon's Island, Solomon's Island. There's a big one there. For sale. We have lots of Phormium tenax here in our garden. There's so many big ones on our island here. I was in a garden today. It was way taller than me. Big ones. I'll post pictures of it. When you get back on Facebook, you'll see them. Sorry that you got the boot from Facebook. Sable Mexicana, I think, will grow very good in the volunteer state. What is the most cold hardy sable pimento variety? Well, you can get them from their northernmost range in North Carolina, or you can get Sable Cross Brazoriensis, Sable Cassarium Bermudana. Friend in Victoria has a nice Bermudana. When I was there, the Bermudana was flowering in a few weeks ago. No, it was about a month ago. We're there now. Libestona chinensis. Yeah, they sell. We have one in the little one in the garden. We have one in the tiki hut. Yeah, they grow fast, Clyde. I think they grow really fast. I live in Maryland, and one Solomon's. Oh, died. Oh no. I'll get naturalized. Yeah, I have some of those too. I have some of those I grew from seed. Jonas Bettinger. So Jonas, give me some dirt here, buddy. Are you related to Jonathan Bettinger? You must be the brother. I mean, you see, I have the exact same. Hey, Palm Nation. Check out Jonas Bettinger and John. Okay, that's Jonas Bettinger. Is Jonas Bettinger? Are you related to Jonathan Bettinger? You're in Ohio then, right? I'm just making sure you're not trolling here. The Bettingers love palms. That's a good thing. Okay. Memphis palm. Yeah, they would be hardy. And anything maybe from Atlanta. Okay, Jonas, that's okay. It's great that you love palm trees. So you're good then if you love palm trees. I mean, that's what I'm about, and that's what this channel's about. Joe's daddy. Okay. So Palm Nation, check out Joe's daddy. Keep an eye on Joe's daddy. I don't have a daddy anymore. Yeah, Joe's daddy. My daddy passed away 4 years ago. But my daddy grew palm trees. I used to give him the seeds, and now I have some of his palm trees here. Atlanta has tons of palms, include yeah. There's some lots of palms in Atlanta. I know Phil's. I was posting them in my group. People who love palm trees. John has been Joe's daddy is probably yeah is a troll, and I think Palm Nation just took care of him. Yeah. Hey, Tim Johnson. Tim's in there too. Hey, Tim. I noticed you've been following Nicole and Jake off the grid. I've been watching their videos. I've watched all their videos. Living off the grid is pretty cool. Jonas Binder. Joe's daddy is probably a troll. I love Atlanta. Yeah. So I know. Yeah, they got some good videos. So he's actually from here, and then he lived down in Arizona, and now they're back up there. No, Jonathan, Palm Nation's a good guy, and he does more than that with trolls. Trust me, and so does somebody else in the Deep South too. We are friends in here, and we do message each other privately. So we are going to take care of the trolls too. So even the trolls that phone me are going to get taken care of as well. Yeah, they're kicking out the trolls. If you're a troll on here, you're going to go because I know Palm Nation has a very good eye because often when I've uploaded videos and I make a mistake in there, he'll catch it and he'll message me, and then I go back and I have to re-edit it, like of a spelling mistake or something. His eyes are better than mine. 2 eye surgeries here, 1 eye surgery there, so eyes aren't so good. No, they're random people, Jonathan Bittinger. Yeah, cool. They're not. I meant they were trolls, not random people. Yeah, they were trolls. I wouldn't collect seed from ultra cold areas because no. People seem to think when you grow palm trees in Ontario, in Montreal, and you collect seed from them, they're going to make them hardier, but they're not. If you're using electricity on them to keep them alive in the winter, it's like collecting seeds from Trachycarpus palms growing beside the ocean in Vancouver, right? There is a palm tree growing in Halifax, and it does not look that good the last time I saw it. It was boxed in, and it still got damaged. So I'd like to see an update. I have a friend that lives in Halifax, so I'm going to see if she can give me an update. I'm going to message her later, see if she can give me an update on that palm tree. Tim Johns, I'm collecting lots of sable miners. Cool. Good for you, buddy. My sable Louisiana produces a lot. Oh, nice. I have sable Louisiana in the ground, but they're small. I grew them from seed. They're a very hardy palm tree, and especially from good ecotype, but very nice. Yeah, they don't see any. My friend Mike Page grew them in Ontario or Montreal for years, but he boxed them all in. Yeah, the problem with the Sable Riverside, Benjamin, is the heat units. And Sable Island has, or Briar Island and Sable Island, I don't think they have very good heat units. So whenever I randomly disappear, it's because I'm scanning. Thanks, man. I like your name in blue, really. Zach, your name is in brilliant blue when I look at you, and there's a big blue wrench beside it. So everybody else's name's in white, and yours is all blue. So you stand out there big time. So we know the moderator is aboard. So I do the live streams every week, and so hopefully you'll be in there. And then I have Mac Attack, which used to live here, is in Ontario. He's also another moderator. I mean, I can make more moderators too. Yes, I've seen that one. Halifax planted. So seven palms. There's 7 palms there. Wow, I did not know that. Yeah, well, in Canada, long term, I think Sable Miner is probably Zone 7B. That's what I'm guessing. Yes, in various Halifax. Yeah, so they box them all in. That's interesting. I'd like to see them all. I would love to see. I did watch a video actually recently. Sorry, I forgot, of some girls that traveled to Halifax, or maybe they lived there, and they said there's a palm tree in Halifax, and they shot a video of the big one, but it didn't look that good. Jonas Bettinger, the Bettingers have a needle palm, 2 banana plants. Well, the Bettingers are awesome people. So is this the same Bettinger family? Okay, I won't tell you till it's your birthday. I think one of the Bettingers has a birthday coming up. I think Jonathan's birthday's coming up pretty quick in early December, if I'm correct. Tim George, Sable Louisiana grow much faster than regular miner. It's a cross. So that's cool, Tim. Beautiful looking palms too. Yeah, I wish somebody would do a video on the Halifax palms. There is a needle palm growing in one of the Halifax gardens as well too, and it actually looked pretty good. But I don't know about the heat units there. You know, needle palms grow slow here. There are some bigger needle palms in gardens in Vancouver, but they were bought bigger several years ago. But they are nice big needle palms. I went into a nursery years ago. It had to have been more than 15 years ago. and the guy wanted close to $1,000 for these big needle palms. They were big, crated needle palms, but I didn't buy one. Okay, I'm gonna do. Yeah, Clyde could be a moderator too. They could be. So palm tree dude. Yeah, where is palm tree dude? Okay, I could, and I could do. I could do Clyde too. You should visit the neighbor in the corn. Yeah, they live. I'll tell you where they live, Tim. I believe they live on Baker Island. So it's north. It's in behind Sointula Island, off the northern end, close to the northern end of Vancouver Island, the Great Bear Rainforest. So I think the name of the island they're on is Baker Island, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is. They're not on Vancouver Island. They're on another island. Palms, USA. Yeah, let's just see. Yeah, I'm definitely. So next live stream, I'll go through this and I'll make somebody else a moderator too. So Jonathan's birthday is coming up. If you're the right Jonathan, Jonathan's not very old. Jonathan is just a kid. If you're the Jonathan Bettinger, I know. Okay, Jonathan is not that old, right? Am I correct, Jonathan? You're the youngest person on this forum right here. It's smart to get into palm trees when you're really young. Okay, I wish I would have got into planting palm trees when I was like 10 years old. That would have been awesome because those palm trees would be towering now. Think of that, 46 years of growth, right? Yeah, 7. Yeah, I knew you were young. That's what I thought. Yeah, keep him on there though. I think he might be okay now. Jonathan is young. Your mom's name is Deb, isn't it, Jonathan? Is that your mom, Deb? Am I right? What is the farthest inland attract you can grow in BC? I think Chilliwack, Harrison Hot Springs. Harrison Hot Springs, I've seen one growing, which is quite ways in from the ocean. It's still this side of the mountains, though. It's about 50 miles. You can Google it. Distance from Harrison Hot Springs to Vancouver, or Vancouver to Harrison Hot Springs. I'm guessing it's 50 miles, maybe. Maybe it's 60 miles. And in a climate that is still King Catherine windmill palms can only need wrapping. Yeah, I honestly, Benjamin, I don't think a palm tree could ever grow unprotected in winter in St. Catharines, Ontario. As mild as the Benjamin, you're 11. You're just a kid. Wow, young. I thought it was. I thought it was me. The only place palm trees will grow in Canada unprotected is on the Pacific coast. That's it. Palm Nation. Yeah, he's young. You're a year younger than my youngest son, Zach. Harrison Hot Springs. You can. There's a palm tree growing there. You can probably Google images of it, Ural. But Joe, they're saying a mild winter here. Go. I want to bank on a mild winter here, and I think it's going to be a normal winter here, so I'm fine with that. It's supposed to be cooler inland from the ocean. You got to remember, I'm on an island, so even the bad winters aren't so bad here. But when they are bad, they're still not very nice, right? So anyway, this is the way I see it. It puts the plants to the test, and it weeds out the wimpy plants. That's what happens, right? Anyway, looks like the live stream is still going. I'll go for a few more minutes because we're having lots of fun. I'm starving, dudes. I'm just so hungry here. It's like talking about that food earlier. It really makes me want to eat. So I'm going to have to get cooking with. I told Wendy I'd cook the potatoes, and she's cooking the ribs. Sable Island and possibly Briar and Shelter Spot only places. Yeah, somebody should try them. BJ, do you think a water-loving palm could grow near a warm spring? A water-loving palm, like sable miner or water-loving palms. I mean, they like a warm spring. Yeah, I think a sable miner might have a chance there. I think even Rapidophyllum will take moisture, won't they? There's someone in Dallas who weeds out wimpy palms and freezes. I wonder if that's Tony. Do you think I need to protect this winter? I would just look at the temperatures and see how cold it's going to get. Oh, you hate to see. The time here is 4:37 p.m. This has been a very long live stream, guys, and my stomach is growling. Don't be surprised if you become a moderator. Where is I think I'm going to make Duck Killer Clyde a moderator because I think he needs to be. Okay, Duck Killer Clyde is a moderator. Okay, so now we have 3 moderators. So when Duck Killer Clyde posts something now, your name. So if you don't like somebody, in there that's trolling Duck Killer Clyde, you can nuke them. Okay, you are a moderator in there now. So your name shows up in highlighted in blue with a wrench beside it. My miners are under so much shade right now. I think in the deep south, sable miners don't mind the shade. No, I don't think so. No. I'm saying sable miner. Zone 5, in my opinion, is too cold for any palm tree to survive. But I know in Kansas, I think it's zone 6. There are sable miner and needle palms growing there. But what if they are trolls? No, they're not trolls. I know who they are. They're definitely not trolls. And they're in my groups on Facebook too. I have Facebook groups, Jonathan, and they are in my Facebook groups. Warm Roots. Oh, can you? Cool. I don't know if you can do that. Awesome. So if there's trolls on there, that's good. You can do it. I'm just a little south of Richmond. Oh, cool. Right on. That is Richmond, Virginia. I used to live in a place called Richmond. It was a suburb of Vancouver. It's actually on Lulu Island. I used to live on another island before I moved to this island many moons ago. So I went from Vancouver to Lulu Island. Lulu Island's a suburb of Vancouver, and then there's Sea Island, which Vancouver Airport's on, international. And then I moved to southwest corner of Langley, about 30 miles southeast, 25, 30 miles southeast, right by the U.S. border. I was like right bordering with Washington State, and then I moved here. Let's just see. What do we have? I'm still reading your comments. You on Palm Doc, love your post. Palm Tree Dude, I've seen. Cool. Well, it's good that everybody's a good group in here and everybody's getting along. I thought Palm Tree Dude was from Roanoke. Lots of palm trees there too. I mean, a lot of you guys are on Facebook too. Some of you don't have Facebook, but I know some of you are in my groups on Facebook. I have a lot of palm tree groups on Facebook, so feel free to post your pictures. Palm trees and people that love palm trees and exotic plants is taken off quite a bit. I've taken off a lot since I started. I think it was January 2016 I started it, so I think we're up to around 9,000 members now. So, but lots of good people in there, and then there's always going to be spammers, so we give them the boot too. For 8B, eucalyptus need full sun. Yes, most eucalyptus trees like sun. Thank you, Palm Nation. I see that. I can see what the moderators are doing. It shows me 60s here tomorrow. Sweet. I think we're going to be in the 50s coming up during the week, but low 50s, like 50 degrees, something like that. It's seasonal here. I got YouTube lazy for some reason. Yeah, it's good to. I'm religious at it. I put them on every day, So, I mean, my channels are monetized, and I do get. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Google pays me. I do get paid for the videos, so I put them on every day, right? And it's just kind of something I do. It's more of a habit. I've been doing it for a long time, so I try not to miss a day. I see. No, you're getting late. I'm going to be off of here soon. I've been live streaming for 2 hours, 22 minutes, 2 hours and 23 minutes. It is 4:41, one of the longer live streams, Alex. So not a problem. Palm Tree Dude. Yeah. You, in order to get paid on YouTube, when you see videos and you see commercials on YouTube, Mike, those people are getting paid for their videos. Okay, so in order to get paid for a YouTube video, you have to have 4,000 watch minutes. Is it a month or a year, something like that? I've been monetized a long time, since 2011, and then you have to have over 1,000 subscribers. I think that's the way it works, and then you can apply for AdSense, and if they they take your application and they approve it, then you get AdSense, and then you will get paid for your channel. And if you make $100, then you get, after each $100 you get paid. And so I mean, I do. I'm not going to lie. I get paid every month for my YouTube videos. So I'm not going to get rich on it, but I get paid. And Wendy gets paid for hers too. Google the highest paid YouTubers. right? And I'm far from those guys, but Google the highest paid YouTubers. It will blow you away. Some guys make about $7 million a year on YouTube, and I'm not lying. Yes, with you and get yeah. See the ads. I like the ads. The ads are revenue, right? So um, I've got two viral videos on this channel, right? And the first one is climbing a coconut palm that I shot a long time ago, and it went to millions of views pretty quick. And then the Chinese military one, went viral too, and it's close to 200,000 views, and it was sitting at 600 views this summer. So those ones here, so the more times an ad appears on a video and gets clicked, so those generate revenue, right? That's how it generates. That's how YouTubers get paid from their ads, right? Yeah, that's what it is. That's why there's ads. Not everybody has ads, so and don't see any views. Yeah, so there you go. You can block the ads too. There are ad blockers. Not you don't have to watch the ads, but they're still on there for. They're still going to show up for other people. I love the coconut palm climb. Oh, you saw that one? Yeah, I shot that on the island of Oahu in 2011, and my daughter, my youngest son, and my daughter were beside me. I think my oldest son was living in Texas at the time. Yeah, he was living in Texas, and my ex was with me, and that one's getting up close to 4 million now, and it's amazing. I'm saying that if and you never know when you're going to shoot a viral video. It's just by fluke, right? So that Chinese military one would have never went viral, but then it went on national television, and the journalist said, "Joe, can we use your video for television news?" And I said, "Go for it." She says, it's going to go viral. It'll probably go viral." I said, "Well, that's fine." And but she said the people we're dealing with, the one guy said, "These are very dangerous people we're dealing with. Are you sure you want that?" I said, "Do it. I really don't care." So it did go viral. So there you go. Uh, yeah. So that's the way YouTube works. That's why you're seeing videos on or you commercials on people's videos. They're monetized. They have AdSense, and those people. So when you see somebody that has millions of subscribers, or a million subscribers, and they put on a video and it gets a million hits, they're making a lot of money. Some YouTubers are bringing in $10,000 a month, and that's no lie. That is the truth, man. You can see what people make on YouTube. So I mean, if if you go, and there's nothing to hide, if you go to Banana JSSI and then punch in YouTube beside it, Google that, you can go down and you can see all the channel stats and how much the actual channel makes. You can go with anybody's channel that is monetized. You can see how much a channel earns. Like there's one channel I watch, and these guys are making $300,000 a year on YouTube. It's crazy. It's living off the grid. Those guys make tons of money, and I read the comments on there, and I think it's funny. I laugh. Well, how do you guys get money for living in the forest when you're not working? It's like, well, come on, they're getting paid by Google. Yeah, I think the trolls got in trouble by their parents. Oh, I'm sure they did, Ben. I'm sure they did. The unfortunate thing for the trolls is I have their phone numbers, right? And their address. So if they keep it up, if they want to phone here again, it's going to get a lot worse, right? It's going to get a lot worse for them. That's what, like I said, I'm going to get even, right? I use Google ad blocker. Yeah, you can do that too. YouTube, I dislike Google's politics. Yeah, and a lot of people do, Clyde. I don't blame you. Check out some of the palms inland. VA Beach, Atlantic Avenue and VA Beach Palm Tree Dude is awesome. Lots of palm trees. I have seeds from there. Coastal Georgia and northern Florida. So many. Oh, yeah, they have lots. Go to Savannah, Georgia. It's awesome. I think there's an island there too. Love the nude beach, you guys. Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? And you can see more videos of that, Tim, on my other channel, Jungle Joe C. And that's also that's got ads on it as well. Sorry, but we will be there next year, hopefully. I mean, Wendy's really upset we didn't go this year, but next year. Jonathan Spanish Moss is pretty good. Try some. Who's a troll? Maybe he's a troll, Jonathan. Who is a troll? Tim Johnson. I tried growing Spanish moths in my. Oh, cool. You go bald cypress. Our bald cypress, I shot a video of it, and I put it on one of my channels here, and it's got some nice fall color. Spanish moth does grow in Seattle, so I think it would work here too. I have some Spanish moss money. That's cool, palm tree dude. Awesome. The birds took. Oh, you know what? They use it for nests. Darn those birds. You know what the birds do here? We mulch the gardens with leaves, and the birds go in there and they kick the leaves out. So I got to put the mulch back in the garden. So we're trying to make more soil for our gardens. So I always bring home leaves from the parks. mulched up with a lawnmower, but there's this little bird, this little species of bird, looks like a robin, and it kicks them out like a chicken. And so I always got to clean up after them. Send them an old fish by mail. I could do that. Oh yeah, I could do a lot worse. I think showing up on their doorstep would be way more awesome. I strike 30 minutes natural ice so much. Yeah, it would grow easy where you are, Palm Nation. I mean, it's native to the deep south, right? Growing in all the big live oaks and stuff like that. So I'm thinking soon I gotta get off of here, man. I gotta eat something. Southeast US and Central South America. Yeah, I wonder if it grows in Spanish moss. Does it grow? Yeah, it grows in Florida. Of course it does. Yeah, we have something here called witch's hair, and it looks like Spanish moss, and it hangs in the trees. Birds don't like tropical plants very much. They do. I'll tell you what, Benjamin. The squirrels eat the palm seeds here in rat. They're different Spanish ecotypes. Oh, interesting. Palm tree, dude. Spanish moss palms USA. The Spanish moss native to southern USA, Caribbean, and Mexico. Cool. That's pretty awesome. Those trolls don't. Oh, I just got a message from Instagram. I'm on Instagram too, by the way, folks. Lots of palm pictures there. Those trolls don't understand that you're Italian. I could tell you a little story. I should post a picture of my relatives. My relatives own the penthouse in Vancouver. So you Google the penthouse in Vancouver. My dad's uncle, Joe Filipponi, was Italian, Southern Italy, executed mafia style in the penthouse in November 1983 when somebody tried to rob him. But it wasn't, I don't know if it was mafia that was trying to hit him. It was somebody just trying to rob him. But I heard that the guy that did that to him got taken care of. That's what I heard, right? So they do actually, I'm not lying, they do actually have ties to it. I know they took I know, yeah, they do. They use it for nests. They know what they do. The croziers emerging from the tree fern has a fuzz on them, and the birds take the fuzz off of that. Hummingbirds especially take the fuzz off, use it for their nests. No, Palm Nation is making sense. Trust me. Spanish moss has been found as far north as that is pretty cool, Tim Johnson. It's like an oasis with desert all around in the forest. Crazy, eh, Palms? Brian Bears, the trolls are just making you money. Well, that's true. The trolls are. If you think about it, they're clicking on my videos, and it is. Anytime one of my videos gets hits, it generates revenue. So trolls do make money. As a matter of fact, the video I shot of the trolls the other day has made me money. So thank you, trolls, for making me some revenue, for generating some revenue on the channel. Is Brian Perez a clone? I'm not too sure. I can't find hummingbird nests ever. Wendy's got one in her gallery. I should shoot a video of it sometime. Attractive trees and shrubs for hummingbirds. Monarda, bee balm. They love grevillea. They love fuchsias. We have fuchsias blooming here. Fatsia japonica, they absolutely love. Our fatsia trees are in full bloom. No, this is my only account, Jonathan. See you. Betty is bringing. Oh, okay. Duck Killer Clyde, moderator. See you later, buddy. Say hi to Betty. Thanks for popping in there. Wendy should definitely be a moderator. I could make her a moderator too, but she's rarely ever on here. But I could do that too. She might block me. I wish Chrisfield had more palms. There's a lot of palm trees around here, and they are good for tourism. Palm trees are good for tourism. They like pink oak tree in our yard. Oh, nice. You got a pin oak? Yeah. Quercus palastris. We got some of those growing in town. Tim Johnson, the first landing state park in VA Beach. Yeah, awesome. Spanish moth. Birds, hummingbirds love them. Like we have a lot of fatsia here, and they are in full bloom, and they are absolutely the most beautiful trees. I think more people need to grow fatsia in their garden, protect them from the deer. And if the deer eat them, you can always eat the deer. That's what I always say, right? It's called kill and grill. So anyway, folks, I should back out of here. I've really worn out my welcome here. And Sables, what did Benjamin say? Which Chrisfield? Well, yeah, more palms the merrier. That's what I always say. You have two big ones, Alec? Awesome. And they're very easy to grow. Isle of Fatsia japonica. Yeah, we have so many of them here. And I planted them decades ago. Maryland and DC have some decent looking crepe. Yeah, crepe myrtles are awesome too. There's some big ones in front of our hospital, and there's big ones at the plant farm. They're about 25 feet tall, something like that. And they do bloom here. Okay, Benjamin, see you later, buddy. Take care. Stay safe out there. And if you get any videos of palm trees, make them. If you post them on here, get a YouTube channel with videos of palm trees on them. Our kiwi from seed. I've grown kiwis from seed years ago. Unfortunately, we had to put a driveway in, and those ones got killed when we dug through to put the driveway in for the B&B. You could totally easily grow kiwi there. Okay, see you later. Blast off. See you later, moderators, Palm Nation, and Tim Johnson. And be sure to check Facebook. I'll be posting banana pictures I'm talking about. Okay, cool. I'll look at Facebook, Palm Nation. I did some bananas I posted on there today of pals down the road. I'll do a video of mine and an update in December sometime. Aloha, Alec. Take care. Myrtle grows here. Yeah, we have true myrtle here. We have Pacific wax myrtle trees, and then we have the Myrtus communis, eucalyptus family. Does the flowers of fat? You know what? That's a good question. I don't know if it smells that good. Okay, Palm Nation later. See you, Benny, G Drummer. See you later, Brian Perez. And see you later, Trolls, if you're still in there. Actually, I think the Trolls are gone. Palm Nation took care of them. Take care, Joe. So take care, Brian. Thanks for watching the videos, guys. Appreciate it. And like I say, I don't edit any of my videos. I say it like it is. And what you see is what you get. I don't like phony balonies, and I don't like flakes, and I don't like trolls. And hopefully I'll meet some. I have met some of you guys, okay? And I'll hopefully meet more of you guys one day. If you're ever up this way, stop in and say hi, and then we can give you a garden tour. And then I can shoot a video. I shoot videos when people come to the garden, so you can be on my YouTube channel too. So, hey, Wendy. Oh, I think she's cooking. I better go help. Can lipstick palms grow on Japan? No. Maybe in Okinawa, Jin. Maybe in Okinawa. Cyprostachys renda. How's it going? Do you need help in the kitchen?
No.
Okay, guys. I'm gonna go put a video on my other channel, and I'm gonna see you guys later. I really appreciate you guys being in here and chit chatting. And sorry about the trolls if they bothered you. They can be annoying at times. If you ever stop by my place, if you're ever in Reno, yes, I will, Brian. Thank you. Lipstick palms are even more trial. Yes, yeah, they're very right. And Mike knows his palms. Uriel, see you later, Uriel. Just discovered video. Oh, thanks for jumping in. Yeah, stay tuned for daily uploads, Uriel, and have a great day, my friend. And I do live streams every week. And check out my other channel, Jungle Joe C, okay? Jungle Joe C has lots of palm videos on it and other random stuff. See you, Palms USA. Take care. Benjamin, see you later, buddy. And see you later, Tim. Cheers to all of you. And aloha. And you know what that means? That means hang loose. Hey, Wendy, I'm coming down to help. I'm going to help her make some dinner. I'm going to help her eat the dinner. That's what I'm going to do. Cheers to y'all.